studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison and streamers everywhere. I'm Jesse Nelson, Sports Center, brought to you by Ho Chunk Gaming Madison, home of smoke-free slots and the highest payout percentage in the area. Ho Chunk Gaming Madison, more spins, more wins, more fun. The 2025 Milwaukee Bucks season tips off tonight at Fiserv Forum, welcoming back a familiar friend for the first time. The Bucks host the Washington Wizards to open up the 25-26 campaign, which marks the return of former Bucks star and NBA champion Chris Middleton for the first time to Milwaukee since being traded to the Wizards last year. Bucks-Wizards, 7 o'clock tip tonight at Fiserv Forum. Pre-game coverage starts at 6:30 right here on Madison's home of the Bucks, 100.5 ESPN. The Bucks listed as 10.5-point favorites for the season opener tonight, according to ESPN Bet. Meanwhile, football, the Packers back at practice today as they get set to visit Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers coming up on Sunday Night Football. Plenty to dissect looking ahead to the matchup, including a special appearance from former Packers offensive lineman Bryan Bulaga coming up on Wilde and Tausch here on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com. Three-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year, Jason Wilde.
There aren't any Jasons 12 and under. That's a dead name.
Packers Hall of Famer Mark Tauscher.
How many kids do you hear, hey, Marky, it might be as almost to the point of Ruth?
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio.
You love that name so much, you don't even go by it.
On 100.5 ESPN.
If you call me Mark, I like my name. I like my name a lot.
The ESPN Wisconsin app.
Wilde and Tausch.
And ESPN Madison on YouTube.
It's Wilde and Tausch, isn't it?
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
The Wednesday edition. The Aaron Rodgers Bowl. No, wait. Just another game. Just another game. No, it's Packers versus Steelers, and they happen to have Aaron Rodgers edition. I hope Matt LaFleur reads my story on channel3000.com like I'm sure Jesse Nelson and Mark Tauscher did today. Because there's a few people on defense that see this as something more than just another game edition. Oh, and also the Bryan Bulaga edition, which means we'll be starting the 10 o'clock hour around 10:20. Of Wilde and Tausch. On 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee, 100.5 ESPN Madison, 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam, ESPNWisconsin.com, the ESPN app, your Alexa smart speaker, streaming live video, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and, of course, everything you need on the all-new, all-redesigned, all-free, and all-customizable ESPN Wisconsin app, which you can find both in the Apple and Android app stores. I'm Jason Wilde in Green Bay. Jesse Nelson is in the Everlight Soul ESPN Madison studios. And not in his undisclosed location today, but in the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studios as well. He is the Packers Hall of Famer. He is Mark Tauscher. Tausch, good morning. How you doing today?
I'm good, buddy. How you doing today?
Well, I did want to wear this. I've worn it one other time. If you're watching on video, got my Rose Bowl champions hat from 1994. So that makes this hat 30 years old. It's in, like, pristine condition, though. I'm pretty excited about it. Dug it out of my storage. What do you got there? A little Vortex Golf today?
It's a hat.
Just a hat.
Yeah, it's a gray hat that goes with. I got a sweet new jacket that I'm excited about, so I've matched it up. In my new era of, I'm in my Taylor Swift era of trying to wear new clothes every stretch. Eleanor has been fantastic about this. She's stayed on me, and I think for the most part I've been pretty good. Now, coats, now that's starting to get, this is my kind of weather, man. I love this. I feel like John Gruden, man. Like you get out there, there's a little crisp air, man. You know, this is when you start really feeling like it's fall, and you got playoff high school football starting, and you got real meaningful Packer Steeler weather. This is what it's about. This, finally, we're starting to feel like it's chilly weather and it's football weather, and that to me is the perfect time of the year.
So, do you believe yourself to be, from a fashion perspective, in your wheelhouse? In fall fashion?
No. Oh, as far as comfort, yeah, because to me the perfect weather, shorts and a nice sweatshirt. You know, for heavier set fellas, I think we always enjoy having a little layer. We don't want to be wearing Euro skin-tight stuff. So I think fall, winter, it's just whatever. Winter, like unless it's in the zeros, I dress pretty much the same if it's 40 than if it's 20, if that makes any sense.
You're a shorts guy. I'm a shorts guy. I feel all right. I get it. Jesse, I'm curious if you have a favorite fashion period in the calendar.
I actually thought of Tausch the last couple of days. The sweatshirt with shorts combo, I do think, is the best case scenario for many of us. So I think of it in terms of like what you want to be comfortable when you're outside moving around doing stuff. And right now is a tough time on the calendar because like you can be driving places and you're in the sun and you start to get real warm if you're wearing long sleeves. But then if you're outside, you're too chilly if you're not wearing the long sleeves. When I went to a Packers game at Lambeau Field a couple of years ago,
you fell asleep.
Nah, there was
That's
that
true.
one. This was a
True
different
story.
one. They were playing the Jets. They lost to the Jets. It was in Rodgers last season, but it was I think it was late October, and I wore my Packers sweatshirt and shorts, and it was the best, most comfortable atmosphere I've ever been at for a game. So that is Tier 1 weather.
Tier 1 weather. All right.
I am looking at
Thank you, Charlie Shortino. Right? Chuck, appreciate you.
I am looking at the WIAA State High School Football Tournament brackets. A lot of Madison area teams and obviously a lot of Milwaukee area teams. I see Muskego has one of the number 1 seeds. Big surprise there, right?
Who of anybody can knock off a Classic 8 team, Jell? Who's Dennis got as a potential knockout for the Classic 8?
Well, Dennis is always a homer. He's taking Wanakee. They're highly ranked.
But are they going to be D1?
Yeah, they are.
I don't think
They're a top seed.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to run the gamut of a McGuanago, Muskego, Heartland. I don't know about that, Jim.
I think we are on a collision course for Arrowhead and Muskego to meet in a rematch of the game that I called at Muskego High School for a state championship. That's
we should
what I
really
see.
have our preps expert come in, Hunter, and actually talk. Because he sets those polls, right? He. Would you say he's more knowledgeable?
He oversees. He is our Prep Mania coordinator.
Is he more knowledgeable than you?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. On the high school sports scene currently, yes, no doubt.
All right.
Yeah, drop that currently in there. Wanakee has a number 1 seed. Madison West taking on number 1 seeded Muskego on that portion of the bracket.
That's going to be a drubbing. No offense to Madison West, but
you're probably right. Verona is a 5 seed. A lot of area teams in the tournament. The Middleton Cardinals a 3 seed, but as Tausch mentioned, Wanakee.
it's Classic 8 this year, like it is always. Classic 8 will rule the day.
If Wanakee does advance over Chippewa Falls, we got to get to Chippewa Falls.
Chippewa Falls is going to get annihilated. I don't know anything about
We
Chippewa
got to get
Falls.
the Chippewa Falls.
They're going to get annihilated.
I just like saying that.
That's a fun one. Is Badger. Badger always seems to be
Lake
in the mix.
Geneva Badger.
That's
yeah.
a physical operation down there.
The Badgers.
Is that what they call them?
Yeah.
That's clever. I like that.
The Wanakee Warriors, assuming they advance, will face the winner of 4th-seeded McGuanago and 5th-seeded Oconomowoc.
Let me tell you something. I watched McGuanago at the JV1 and JV2 levels and saw the score of the varsity game against Sun Prairie East, which we're down a little bit this year. We have some injuries. If I'm Wanakee, I don't want that matchup in the second level. I can tell you that right now.
And your Sun Prairie East Cardinals are a 6 seed. They play at Hudson.
That's a long haul. It's a long haul.
Yes.
There is your high school sports.
For a full
2 minutes.
breakdown of the WIA playoff brackets, you can tune into the Prep Mania Weekly podcast with Hunter Vaughn and
it's a
Dennis
good show.
Semrau looking ahead to
have
this
listened
week's
to that
games.
show, and you get more knowledgeable. Like, it's actually an informative show. They're not yelling at each other, and it's good.
As
You got
opposed
two guys. Well, you got two guys that know what they're actually talking about.
I feel like
some
you're
other times.
setting us up for as opposed to what?
No, I'm not going to say anything else. You like bashing all polls, and the next thing you know, you're like, "Yeah, check out the
Not
high school."
all polls.
No, you did that.
The
You do
preseason
bash
polls when
polls.
no one has seen college football,
Yeah,
high
but
school football.
Then you, as at that point, were still contenter. You said, "We're putting out the high school poll before the season started." You did. You did the same
I
thing.
would have
Those are all
preferred to
fair
wait
statements.
until after week 1, but
you didn't.
We didn't.
Okay.
We did what we did.
All right. I think I'm not in the YouTube stream, but I can feel the YouTube folks already saying something, so I think it's probably time.
If I may, before you shift, Jesse, have you selected the games that we will be carrying across our prep coverage, or is that still being debated?
Oh no, we got them. We got them all set. They made the announcement on the Prep Mania Weekly show on ESPN Madison.
I hope they do Thursday night and Friday night games.
They won't.
They
It is
should.
only Friday for the playoffs.
Oh, but they should do Thursday.
It'd
No,
be
they do
nice.
Saturday games. I've seen them do Saturday games in the playoffs. Yes.
Recently?
A couple of years ago, yeah.
Sauk Prairie hosting Pewaukee, the game that we will feature on ESPN Madison's YouTube channel. Speaking of the Classic 8 team Pewaukee making the trip up in Division 3. That game will take place on Friday night. Catholic Memorial has its game on Friday night on ESPN Milwaukee as well. And then Beaver Dam, I have not seen what the Beaver Dam plans are, but I know Beaver Dam was one of the bubble teams that made it into the tournament, one of the last teams in. So they'll be playing on Friday night as well.
Yes, they are on a collision course with the Ashwaubenon Jaguars if both teams can continue to advance, which I'm not sure will occur. All right, so that is your prep longer than 1 minute. Appreciate everybody tuning in for that because Tausch is very eager to talk about the NBA on NBC's return, right? Is that what you wanted to get to?
I have to admit, I saw the Twitter deal with the open of it, and I was excited.
It was good.
It was a good throwback to us unks, if you will, of Patrick Ewing, Reggie, who I was kind of hoping Reggie left with TNT, but it didn't happen. He's
still Reggie.
He must be the gold standard of announcers. I don't fully get it, but whatever. He must be good. But having Jordan on there and Tarico and him telling a story, and then Roundball Rock coming back. I don't know how many Tuesday nights I'll tune in to NBC. Probably not many, but I did listen to some of it on 100.5 ESPN. PJ Carlissimo does a really nice job.
He's good.
With our guy Kesty. Got to meet Kesty up in Ann Arbor. So we're boys. I basketball on the radio, not my favorite. Golf probably would be.
Come on, baseball's better than anything on the radio.
I didn't say baseball. I said basketball's not my favorite, is what I just said.
And then you said golf.
I enjoy golf on the radio,
How many times besides the one when you brought this up?
Except for that one
listened to
time.
golf on the radio.
Twice. I've listened to it twice, and I've enjoyed both of them.
Mark Kestisher was not the meeting in the bathroom. That was somebody else on a road trip.
That was Blackledge.
That was Blackledge.
Blackledge.
Okay, yeah. I don't remember everything. I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't yelling at you.
Well, where did you meet Kestisher? Not in the bathroom.
No, so Matt LePay is a big deal. A lot of dignitaries come floating through our booth to say hello to Matt, and then Matt I'm like Jesse in that case. Here's my partner, and then we talk. And with Kesty, I had done, obviously Ian Fitzsimmons and I are boys.
Yeah.
So we're on the sideline. We BS a bunch, and it was his team, his crew that was doing the game. So that's how that shook out.
All right. Well, we have now covered the NBA, high school football, and we have not mentioned one word about Aaron Rodgers.
Well, we might as well finish this segment off and get to the Packers next. Where are we at with the Bucks? Like, how intrigued
Opening
are
night
we?
tonight.
Yeah, I know. That's literally why I brought it
They're
up.
0-0. That's where we're at.
How are we? Because I would argue they have fallen to third on the depth chart. Like in a pretty... Am I crazy to say that or not? Like everything's been about Giannis. What are our expectations higher for them than they are for the Brewers now?
No.
I don't know.
Not higher than the Brewers, no.
What do you mean? Nobody thought the Brewers could win. We were all, oh my gosh, it's so lucky to be, we were so fortunate to do this. Nobody had any championship aspirations. I did, and everybody's like, well, no. And I was wrong. Bucks, this might be, who knows with Giannis, right? I mean, if you listen to Shams, he's gone the last 3 years. We don't know. This could be our last ride with Yanni.
That's 100%
so
possibility.
Maybe we should take this and say we need to go get one. And maybe we're sleeping on these boys a little bit. Doc, I saw Doc deal with Legler. Doc thinks all the pieces are in place. Now, I don't know what else he would say at this time of the year, but he does feel that way. Are our expectations that this is a championship team? Jesse?
I read the, I don't know who does it. I don't think they have an NBA Nation crew. But I read the power rankings from ESPN with the NBA.
Mm-hmm. Power rankings, you say?
I do. Because I was curious how the Bucks were viewed, because I thought there was a chance with it being opening night, and surprised we didn't try to jam in another guest today and get our Bucks buddy Justin Garcia on the program. I was curious where they were. Would you like to guess where the Bucks land?
14.
In the power rankings.
14.
Jesse?
I'm guessing, I have not read it, I'm guessing they'll be around 11 or 12, but I think they'll be the second or third best Eastern Conference team, given the injuries to all the stars.
One of you is right.
Jesse
and I know that
numbers.
There's no way that this guy read this.
100% did not read it.
Wow.
The Milwaukee Bucks. The Boston Celtics are 15 as they are taking what is described as a gap year after the injury to Jason Tatum, the torn Achilles. Your Milwaukee Bucks, as Mark Tauscher said, are 14th in the NBA power rankings.
So that makes me believe that nobody feels like this is a championship team. This will be
Correct.
a middling. This sounds like to me the expectations are a middling NBA team that will be a first round out in the playoffs. That's what that sounds like to me.
Chances to make the playoffs per their analytics folks, 79.2%.
That's nice and high. I like that.
Projected number of wins, 43.8.
That ain't good. That is
So
as mediocre as
they would
mediocre
go
could be.
43 and
39.
39?
That's the math.
Eek. Even if you
Well,
round
the
up.
good thing is we got a bunch of draft picks that will be ready to go if that is indeed the case.
Okay. Also, for those of you that did not read it like Tausch, if you remember, Tausch is big on Ryan Rollins. And their bold but realistic prediction is that Rollins is the Bucks' best guard. So we'll see if that turns out to be the case.
Bucks are plus 6,000 to win the NBA Finals.
At Hard Rock Casino Rockford?
I got it on ESPN Bet.
Well,
but, so
we only
could-
look at Hard Rock
I should
Casino
have gone to
Rockford
go
on
check
our
it.
show. So.
Should have gone to go check at the Hard Rock the other night.
That's what we should do.
You were too busy reading the menu at the
was too
UU
busy.
Noodle Bar.
He was too
and not
busy
playing
under
with
under the
Coach.
craps table hiding with a blankie and a nookie. Oh, no, I can't do that.
Hey, why don't you tell us about Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin,
I will. When
old
it
boy?
comes to your home, the smart play is to trust Gina Della and her team at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. And this month only, you can score a whole house of new, energy-efficient Pella windows for as low as $297 a month and no interest for up to 60 months. It's like a drive you can sustain for years, keeping your home comfortable thanks to the incredible defense played by Pella Windows, stopping all drafts. Don't wait. Schedule your free consultation today at PellaWI.com.
We will talk Packers pretty much the rest of the day now. So for those of you that were frustrated by the baseball playoffs, interjecting a lot of Brewers talk into our program, those days are over, and we've covered the high school brackets for Division 1 anyway. We'll get to Division 2 through 7 a little bit later in the week.
Will we?
No, we won't.
Edgar, Stratford. Who are the other big boys in that group?
Edgar's tough to beat. I know that.
Blackhawk Warren, the first Illinois team to ever win a WIA state championship.
It's an Illinois team?
Warren, Illinois. They do a co-op program. Warren is from Illinois.
Across the border.
How do we let that happen?
I don't
and
know.
How did I not hear
we've already
about it?
met our quota on high school football talk, so I'm not sure I want to delve further into that.
What? I'll tell you what. You know, the NCAA needs a little overhaul. You know what else does? The WIA. Yeah. Yep.
We'll still talk Packers next. Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Oh no, there's only seltzer left, and it's passionberry almond fruit? Who comes up with these? Kick the aluminum can to the curb and mix up a cocktail you actually want with Tito's. It tastes great, it's gluten-free, and it's available in a variety of sizes for your convenience. The flavor abilities are endless. Tito's Handmade Vodka, the official spirit of whatever you want to drink. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Imagine the peace of mind knowing your home or business is safe 24/7. I'm Jeffrey Beckman, president of J&K Security Solutions, and we provide security you can trust. Serving Madison and southern Wisconsin, J&K Security Solutions offers state-of-the-art home and business security systems tailored to your needs. From video surveillance to home and business automation, to find out how J&K Security can help secure what matters most in your life, visit jksecurity.com.
The UW Credit Union member Mark Tauscher here. People ask me, old T, why did you join UW Credit Union? Is it to keep your banking local? Is it the member first service? Great perks like early payday? Absolutely. But honestly, between us, it's Bucky. I can't say no to that face. If you love Wisconsin like I do, you just can't pay with anything else. Fandom makes us do crazy things, but this just makes sense. Become a UW Credit Union member and get your Bucky card like me. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, it's Riley Yauk. Stay in the know on area high school sports and follow ESPN Madison on social media for Prep Mania on Deck, each week's preview for the top games and events. Prep Mania on Deck is brought to you by Zimbrick Honda, a proud supporter of high school sports and local communities.
From color-changing alexandrite to shimmering zircon and everything in between at Chalmers Jewelers, you'll find high-quality, affordable, one-of-a-kind pieces. We source straight from the gem cutters, and we manufacture in-house from start to finish. As the manufacturer, we believe in truth in pricing. Never pay more for quality and stunning, beautiful jewelry. She's one of a kind, and so should her jewelry be. While others may send your jewelry dreams to someone else to make, with us, your dreams become reality with the help of our custom jewelers, with you involved the whole way. With a staff that has over 200 years of combined experience, why buy from a place that marks up jewelry made by the thousands? When you can buy direct from Chalmers for that one-of-a-kind piece that is better quality, often for less.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
and Madison.
Listen to Madison Money Guy every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. on 100.5 ESPN and ESPNWisconsin.com.
I like to refer to inflation as the silent killer. It's an invisible risk. It's just the idea that things get more expensive over time. You're going to need milk and eggs when you're in your early 60s and when you're in your early 80s. You're going to get a loaf of bread, and it's going to be more expensive 20 years from now.
Christian Finfrock is the Madison Money Guy. Call him today at 208-1800.
Start your career where the road to success is paved in coffee. At Dunkin' Donuts, we're now hiring crew members and hourly shift leaders at our locally owned locations. Dunkin' offers flexible schedules, employee discounts, health and dental benefits, and paid time off. Plus, bolster your resume with our own leadership training program and even scholarship opportunities. Up to $1,500 per semester. Text Team Spirit to 85000 or visit teamtmart.com/careers to apply. Dunkin', America runs on you.
For official rules and more information about every contest on 100.5 ESPN, visit ESPNWisconsinContests.com. That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN app.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
Every day is like a blank canvas. You know you can paint it any way you want it. You can draw a black cloud. You can make the sunshine, color in a rainbow, or use black and white.
I am happy to report that there were a number of folks, not all, but some, in the YouTube conversation, the dwellers, as Jesse likes to call them, who were enjoying our high school football conversation to start the program.
I'll tell you this, and I've told Hunter this numerous times. I think it's some of the best stuff that we do here. And I've watched the Sun Prairie East football team on there. I think they've been on 2 or 3 times. Edgewood. They just do a great job. Like the quality of it. The only thing I would complain about is when Hunter's not doing, or Riley isn't doing the play-by-play. Sometimes it gets a little,
oh boy,
what's the word I'm looking for? Self-serving? Grandiose. But
grandiose?
There's one guy that was very grandiose. So Riley, fantastic job. Who else does that, Jesse? It's Riley, Hunter, and then is there a third or fourth person that does it?
Mike Padole.
He does a nice job. Gabe, I've seen Gabe do some stuff, but on the ESPN Madison YouTube.
Matt Easel in Milwaukee does some play-by-play for us.
Corey Sparks.
Okay.
Wade Bates and Beaver
those aren't
Dam.
the ones. No, those guys have all done a pretty good job.
I've done a couple of games.
Oh, Jesse has.
Yeah.
I heard he's very homerish against his hometown team is the other thing that I've heard.
Again, if you are a fan of high school football, Jesse, what game is our game on ESPN Madison this week?
This week on ESPN Madison, we will be featuring the Pewaukee Pirates and the Sauk Prairie Eagles on the ESPN Madison
And who's
YouTube
on the
channel.
call for that?
That would be me.
Oh, you're doing it?
I will be on the call for that game on Friday night. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
I mean, is Hunter not available?
Because we said we're leading off the playoffs. We got to bring the A crew in, and that's exactly what we're doing. A crew, let's go.
Okay. Meanwhile, Corey Sparks is in our YouTube chat informing us that Beaver Dam plays River Falls.
Ooh, that'll be a tough
4-hour
matchup.
road trip.
That's a long haul.
That's tough to go to River Falls and get a win.
I want to say Sun Prairie to Hudson's like 200 some odd miles too.
Yeah,
great hockey school up there, right on the border.
Hudson. Certainly
got to ask the coach during the week if they're going to adjust their travel plans to accommodate for the.
You don't stay overnight for high school, do you? I feel like that would be.
Maybe they should.
Jesse, I didn't want to bring this up, but since we're having so much fun poking at you today, I had a partner and their family that was at the tailgate on Saturday before the debacle. And
the debacle of the game, not the tailgate.
No, the tailgate was awesome.
Great.
Always great at the tailgate.
They had a great time. And a matter of fact, they said the tailgate was packed for a big chunk of the game.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Who wants to go in?
I noticed that it was like 2:20 and no one had left, and I was like, "Oh, this is weird."
This was one of the things they mentioned was they stayed through the second quarter. Finally went over at halftime. Came to watch the Rose Bowl.
We
Rose
stopped
Bowl.
serving at 2:30. I don't know what they were doing the whole time.
So this was something, and why I wanted to bring this up in office because I'm not going to sewer you. I am literally going to report. I am a reporter here.
Oh, boy.
Oh, now you're a reporter.
I am going to be a reporter, okay? And then we have our great team. Lainey and Molly and Rachel, everybody out there, Holly.
We do have a great team.
Great team setting up and putting all this stuff together. So one of our partners, his wife, after all the time, goes up to the girls and to Ben Wittes, our GM, and said,
Ben.
"Can we help you guys clean up?" Quote unquote. And these are in quotations. And this is Jesse in quotes. Her reporting this to me, firsthand knowledge on the ground, and you refute anything you hear wrong.
Oh, boy.
Jesse, I'm going to help clean up these donuts. Grabs boxes and walks off.
Boy,
Is there any truth? Because I have to admit, they told me it, and I said, yeah.
Is there any chance there's no truth to that?
Any of this?
Come on.
Why are you laughing? Is any of this true? Do you want to refute any of this reporting? Because I wanted to make sure. I didn't want to do this from my undisclosed location because there are boots on the ground right here that can come in, and if you refute, they can more than likely either back you up or back up our partners that told me this story.
Oh, my God.
It sure sounds like something I would say.
I believe there was jelly coming out of the donut on your face as you were walking out with the box of donuts, as everybody else is lugging tents and studio equipment and everything else, and you had jelly running down your face.
It was actually blueberry glaze from our partners
donut.
at Dunkin'. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good donut.
And, the blueberry
So
glaze.
this is a true report.
By the way, I utilized the donuts to make my pick for the game on the pregame show. I held up a donut and said the Badgers would lose 38-0.
Boy,
you almost nailed it.
Your reportage was pretty good.
Pretty close.
So all of this is an accurate report, just so we're all on the same page.
Yes, I had some social media responsibilities during the game, so I needed to get out of there pretty quickly to get situated, have eyes on the game, and so I was not able to stick around and help our team pick up
How long did you stay with the donuts and the Coors Lights,
I can share this. The first question I was asked, and the wording of the question was very important. Is anyone else helping pick up tables? And I looked around, and as you mentioned, many people were still at the tailgate, so I looked around, saw no one else was helping pick up tables, and I said, no.
Okay, so it's actually worse than the reporting. Oh, okay.
Well, no one was doing it yet except for like 2 people. So, no. Is anyone else helping? No, they're not right now. Everyone's still having fun.
Jason, I got this report Monday, and I said, I don't know.
No, you didn't.
I did.
There's no way you said, I don't know if this is true.
No. I didn't know when. Obviously, after a Packer game, I wasn't going to bring it up. And then yesterday I was going to, and I thought, just in case, I want to make sure. And it sounds like she actually gave a more glowing report of you than what you actually happened.
Yeah, there were further details that made him look even worse.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was a pretty good line. I'm helping clean up these donuts.
Yeah. Like literally in quotes. It's almost as if she jotted it down and voice memoed it and then sent it over, which was great.
The ultimate teammate, Jesse Nelson. Glad you enjoyed the donuts.
I'm a little surprised that report surfaced.
Do you know who the source is, Jesse?
I do.
I bet he probably has an idea.
I don't know how many donuts were left in that box that you took.
I'll give you 3 letters to guess which partner it was.
I'm going to take the less on the donuts being left in the box. I don't care what number you set it as old Gel was going to work. I'm going to take less.
That was going to be the projection from our friends at Prize Picks.
And Prize Picks is the best way to cash in while watching your favorite teams. Which players are going off? Which ones are overhyped? Make your picks in less than 60 seconds. Turn your takes into cash all season long on Prize Picks. And it is simple to play. Pick more or less. We haven't figured out the donut thing yet. We can't do that, but you can on player stats. You get your picks right, you cash in. Simple as that. And you know what? If there's an injury, Prize Picks offers injury reboots. If one of your players leaves the game in the first half and doesn't return, Prize Picks won't count as. And it is the best time of the year. You got the World Series coming up. You have NBA. Oh, tonight. Chris Middleton back in town. I think I might go a little more. I think he's going to go off tonight. I'm going to go a little more on Chris. And probably more on Yanni. Those will be my 2 for tonight. You can pick who you think. Use your sports opinions to cash in. Join millions of users and sign up for America's #1 daily fantasy sports app. Download that Prize Picks app today. Use code WI, and you get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Again, that is code WI to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it's good
to be right.
13.5 for Chris Middleton points tonight.
Oh, I was going to say less for if that was the donuts because only 12 fit in the box.
True. That's a lot. It's a lot for Chris. I'll have to look that over.
And it appears that he appeared on Thanalysis.
What a get by Tony and Thanasis, and Giannis was on there too.
Yeah, fun start to the season.
What a get by the boys. Well done,
Indeed.
TC.
So be sure to check that out where you get your podcasts, including Spotify, because that is still on Spotify, and you can find it there.
Why do you do
Must
that?
be nice.
Why do you do that?
Because I'm trying to put pressure on Spotify.
Yeah.
I want them to hear me.
Well, there has to be... Next!
I think we're going to Bryan Bulaga now. Stick around.
Wilde and Tausch on 100.5 ESPN is brought to you by Everlight Solar. Save money, save the planet. Everlight Solar.
The UW Credit Union member Mark Tauscher here. People ask me, old T, why did you join UW Credit Union? Well, is it to keep your banking local? Is it the member first service? Great perks like early payday? Absolutely. But honestly, between us, I mean, it's Bucky. I can't say no to that face. If you love Wisconsin like I do, you just can't pay with anything else. Fandom makes us do crazy things, but this just makes sense. Become a UW Credit Union member and get your Bucky card like me. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
On the air, on demand, on social, on Wisconsin Sports. Serving Wisconsin sports fans. This is 100.5 ESPN.
Proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all.
Time out on the field. Let's bring in Gina Della from Pella. What's the winning game plan this month?
Wayne, a whole house of new windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% interest for up to 60 months.
Wow, that's a drive you can sustain for years. No penalties, no extra interest.
And unlike opponents, Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin actually stops the drafts.
Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Make your move today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 10/31/2025.
At Wisconsin Surplus Online Auction, you won't have to worry about your old lawnmower pulling a hamstring. They make buying and selling easy. Wisconsin Surplus Online Auction is simple, reliable, and unlike your fantasy team this football season, they'll actually deliver. Have equipment taking up space? Let them be your surplus solution. You send it in, they list it, people bid, and you actually win. Bid, buy, sell, and score big today at WisconsinSurplus.com. Because winning isn't just for game day. WisconsinSurplus.com.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious with multiple engine options and impressive towing. While Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability. Nice. Making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
The new Piggly Wiggly Pig Points program is here, and earning rewards just got easier. Now you'll earn 10 Pig Points for every $1 you spend, and redeem those points on your favorite products right in the store. It's simple, it's rewarding, and it's all right here at your neighborhood Piggly Wiggly. So shop more, earn more, and save more only at Piggly Wiggly. Sign up today at shopthepig.com.
Piggly Wiggly, shop the pig.
Make the best seat in the house yours. Carbless delivers the handcrafted cocktail experience right to your living room. Bold flavor, no carbs, no sugar, just 100 calories, and all the taste with none of the extra baggage. From kickoff to the final play, Carbless is your game day go-to. Hosting friends, watching with family, or celebrating every big drive, Carbless keeps the good times pouring. So when the game's on the line, make the winning call. Skip the mixing, grab the bliss, and make every seat the best seat in the house. Find Carbless near you at drinkcarbless.com.
Striving for excellence is exactly what we do.
Our suite of master craftsmen ensure every roof we install will last.
We believe in giving you exceptional results.
And the satisfaction and durability you want with your suite of metal roof.
I'm Mike.
And Mary Suita. Enjoy the long-lasting architectural strength and beauty of a Suita metal roof.
SWITA metalroofing.com.
Suita Metal Roofing, the last roof you'll ever need.
For official rules and more information about every contest on 100.5 ESPN, visit ESPNWisconsinContest.com. That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN app.
We're on the Packers.
Our stars shone brightest when needed to shine.
Because we're on Wisconsin sports.
And that's why you go out and get game-changing players.
Nobody covers the green and gold like 100.5 ESPN.
I've got some famous friends you probably never heard of, but back in Rutherford County, our crowd is second to none. You might not
It means it's time for our famous friend, who sources close to the program tell me that he has agreed to not one, not two, but 3 segments on today's program. So if you, like Kirk Ferentz, are a big fan of Bryan Bulaga,
what, the golf course is closed or what? Oh, all of a sudden he's up for 3?
Oh, snap.
Wow. That's awesome. But the golf courses don't close in Florida.
Brian agrees to be on the show for 3 segments, and you decide to get after him.
I'm not getting after him. I'm asking a simple question. Blue loves golfing, right? Am I crazy, Blue? Is it raining?
No.
Is it raining down by you?
No, it's beautiful out. It's fantastic.
Right. Hey,
it's fantastic out.
That's on me then. That's on me.
Wow.
That's on me.
Thank you for your service. By the way, big win for the Hawkeyes against Penn State, which is starting to look like Wisconsin with the way their season is going. Hey, I'm wondering, because Matt LaFleur made it very clear, it is not the Green Bay Packers against Aaron Rodgers. It is the Green Bay Packers against the Pittsburgh Steelers, who happen to have Aaron Rodgers on their team. Do you believe that to be the case? Look, I think we can all agree this one is bigger, and Tausch said it yesterday. This one is way bigger to Rodgers than it is to the Packers. But do you believe that it's just another game to the Packers?
I don't know if it's just another game to the Packers. I don't know if I would just say that. I think it's bigger to Aaron for sure. I think Tausch is right on that. I think it's bigger to Aaron, but I don't know if I would say it's just a game to the Packers. I think it means a little bit more as well.
I'm sure it's the same as going down and beating Jacoby Brissett down in Arizona. It's just another game on the schedule. Get out of here.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah, exactly. I get it's 2 years removed, right? Or technically now 3 from the decision to move on from Aaron and all that, right? There's been some time in between that, but there's still, there's still some, was that the right decision from 2 years ago to move on and take this course that they've taken, right?
Well, the answer is yes. The answer is pretty resoundingly yes, right?
You've won what? 2 playoff games, 7 seed both years.
You've
one playoff game. Sorry,
you've kept your quarterback.
Sorry.
You've paid him, and you have your guy for the next 10 or 15 years. You hope. Whereas Aaron, you know what I mean?
I get it. I understand that, but I'm just saying you're looking at it from a validity standpoint and all that. Like you're looking to prove, hey, we went the right direction, right? And I know you don't need to beat him to prove that, but it's in the big scheme of things, right? Like we went the right way, right? And even though he's still playing and he's doing his own thing in Pittsburgh, and regardless if they lost to Cincinnati and however that went, whatever, they're doing some good things in Pittsburgh right now, right? They're shockingly, I didn't know how good their offense would be, but they're playing better than what I thought their offense would be doing in Pittsburgh right now, surprisingly. So there's some, what I would look at it is Green Bay showing hey, we went in the right direction, right? I think there's a little bit of that to be proven or shown that we made the right choice. Not as much as say if it would have happened a year ago or 2 years ago, obviously. But I think for Aaron mostly, right? Because this would be, I think I read this correctly, right? This would be a win against every team in the NFL, right? If he beats
Packers,
Green
the
Bay.
only team he hasn't beaten. Yes, sir. We know Favre beat the Packers a few times.
Just wait.
Both
Now,
when he was.
Jason, I just want to make sure you're on the record here. So quarterback wins and losses are a stat. That's what you are saying when you make that claim.
He had
correct?
a really good line that you just ran right through the stop sign.
Did I?
Yeah, he was setting up a real good joke there.
I hate when I do that. That's on me. Jason, I'm going to do the old time back machine. I'm pulling back what I said, but I do want you to go back to it later. Finish that great line. That makes me. That's on me, Jay. I'm going to stop talking for the rest
We're
of the
all
segment.
good. Don't beat yourself up.
What was the line?
No, quarterback wins are not a stat, but he would be the starting quarterback in a game in which his team won.
What was the line?
The line was going to be, there were plenty of games where Brett Favre beat the Packers, and not just when he was with the Vikings.
Wow.
including that playoff game where you had 2 tackles on his 6 interceptions.
I almost lost my retina in that game too.
Oh, old T playing DB.
It was. Blue. You probably never had to deal with this, but it legit was every time you got done pass blocking, you had your head like, all right, because you could hear the crowd.
Yep. Yeah.
And there was probably, matter of fact, I did an appearance with Brett not that long ago, and he actually said he was going. I think he thought he was going to throw 8 or 9 that day. And if you look back, 2 or 3 were dropped. There were a couple dropped. He could have. He legit like Tua Tagovailoa, and what's the coach's name down there? McDaniel.
Yeah.
Neither of them should be. Neither of them should be there anymore. He basically came out and said, "Yeah, we hope we don't throw 10 picks." You'd think that's unheard of.
No.
Brett had a legit opportunity to throw 10 picks in a playoff game.
And by the way, Tausch's 2 tackles, of the 6 interceptions, only 3 resulted in tackles because the other 3 were returned for pick 6 touchdowns.
That pick 6 early kind of threw us for a little bit of a loop, for sure.
Those are daggers.
And those hurt.
Absolute daggers.
Especially if you have a long drive and you're kind of sucking wind, and then you chase 80 yards, and even though after about 30 yards, you're like, I have no blanket chance, but I got to at least give the effort like I'm going. And all that happens, and then they kick off, and you're like, another 80-yard drive coming here, and we'll probably throw another pick down here, and it's just a vicious cycle.
Yeah, going back on the field, do it again. Ugh, yuck.
So, Brian, you and Corey Lindsley both spent time with the Chargers, but the Chargers didn't play the Packers during your collective times there, right? So you never really got to face your former team. I'm curious, you and Aaron are good friends and golfing buddies and everything else. How do you think he is approaching this game? Because I think we are all in agreement on the panel that it definitely means more to him than it does to the Packers, even though it's not just another game for the Packers.
Yeah, I think he's probably, obviously during the week, he's, he'll try to treat it like any other game, obviously building up to this thing. He'll try to, with his teammates and guys, he'll try to play it as normal, right? And try to keep everyone level-headed, cool, and try to make this thing as even keel as he can, so no one else feels like this game is bigger than what it is, right? I think that's the biggest thing. So no guys try to play differently than what they should. Right, you don't want anyone else to try to do more than what they have to try to, play better than, what they already have. Like, that's the thing. You don't want anyone to play out of themselves. That's the main thing. And then I think once he gets, I would imagine, to game day is probably when a little bit of a switch will flip for him. And that's when I think a different side of the chip on the shoulder Aaron Rodgers probably will come out. And that's the guy that, for me, what I always experience is that's the dangerous Aaron Rodgers, right? That's the guy that I think that you want to compete with, that you enjoy being in the huddle with. He's the guy that's locked in, right? And
how about
feels
on the
like
golf course? You like it when he's like that on the golf course?
No, because most of the time I'm not on his team, so it's really bad. It's really bad when I'm not on his team, because then it's really, really bad.
Is it worse to be on his team than not on his team, though?
Well, I was on his team that day, and it wasn't a real treat either, if I'm being honest.
Yes. It's like
I felt
it
like
could go
MVS.
both ways.
I felt like Marquez Valdez-Scantling after I shanked a tee shot. I got that look of just utter disgust. Yeah. Pick
it
your
could go both
up.
ways. What he would always say, and when we would play division opponents, right? And it would be, you see these teams twice a year. You're very familiar with opponents. Maybe he would say this with you, Tausch, and you would maybe, because it was early on in his career, maybe he wouldn't say it. But when you play the Bears twice and and you're very familiar with these guys, right? And I don't want to say you become friends with the guys, but you're familiar with them, right? There's a lot of, we'll say, banter in between plays, and sometimes it's not hostile, but it becomes back and forth, and whatever it may be. Depending on what the opponent would be and what happened in the prior matchup, he would get into that huddle before the first drive, and it would be, this is a no friends game. Like, this is like, I don't want anyone to speak to anyone over there. Like, this is a no friends game, and like, I don't want any discussion with the defensive side of the ball. No one talks to anyone over there between play. Like, nothing. Like, I don't want any discussion. Like, and I would imagine that's probably what that mentality is going to be. Now, you may see a little back and forth with him, but there's not many guys over there.
He always did that. He never had a
double
no friends
standard
game. He loved doing that with Briggs and with Urlacher and Greenway. Like, really?
It depends. But see, it's when a lot of those guys started to leave, though. It's like Briggs was gone, Urlacher was gone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Greenway was gone. Like, we're talking as time evolved, right? And things started to move along there. But you look at this Green Bay side now, right? This team that, the Packers side now. There's not many guys over there that he played with.
Who is
like,
it?
Let's be real.
Rashawn and who else?
So there are 14 players that were on the roster in 2022 simultaneous to his final season. That also includes like Bo Melton, who was on the 53 for the last 2 games but didn't play. Rasheed Walker, who didn't play as a rookie at all, right? Sean Ryan, who didn't play as a rookie at all. It's basically Rashawn Gary, Elton Jenkins. As I mentioned in my story today, obviously there was a relationship and a friendship between him and Keyshawn Nixon, but Keyshawn Nixon only played 1 year with him. So it is. There are not a lot of guys, and it was the predominant amount of guys on that list are guys from that 2022 draft class, which of course was the same time that he said that he didn't want to go through a rebuild, and he was not exactly fun Uncle Aaron with all those young guys on his team.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing too, I would imagine I would guess, like, between he and Matt, I think they had a good relationship. Obviously, I wasn't in the building towards the end of this thing, right? So I don't really know the dynamic towards the end of it, right? Like, I would imagine that those two were close, they were cordial. In my time there, they got along really well. I thought they were on the same page with a lot of things. I thought the way they developed the offense towards the end of it, obviously with the way they were performing and the numbers that they put up, I mean, it was a very, very good relationship, good working relationship. There were a lot of productive years, right? Like, and you don't get that unless the two are, collaborating well and on the same page, right? Mm-hmm. Like, so that's what you get when those two. So, like, I would imagine there's he's going to probably be fine with Matt and the guys over there in Steno, and there was good relationships with those guys, right? Like, so, like, I think that's all fine. And obviously, like, the defensive staff, I think there's been a lot of turnover there, so I don't know if he knows a lot of guys over on that side of the ball, right? I mean, there's been a ton of turnover there, so, like, I don't know anything about that.
It's Goody and Rodgers. I mean, that's if you're looking, and Wilde loves this, you're looking for a little drama, that's the battle. There's your drama.
Yeah. I mean, let's just call it what it is. Yeah. I mean, that's essentially what it is. Yep. And I don't. Again, I'm not one for speculating what happened in that building towards the end, because I got booted out of there at a certain time, and I wasn't there for the end of it. So, like, I don't know what happened, right? I wasn't in there to kind of be in that atmosphere of what was going on towards the end, right? If you're in there, you kind of get a feel for
you have an idea,
how things are.
You were around long. You have an idea.
Well, see, but, like, you don't have an idea of it because he was the guy, right? Aaron Rodgers was the guy. So, like, if you're not in there for that, when the main piece of the puzzle is, I guess, being ready to exit stage left, right? Like, that's a hard thing to guess how the feeling is in that locker room, right? Like, I can't even imagine that, right? Like, that to me is a hard thing to even guess how that would feel. But I would imagine it was a very odd vibe in the locker room, right? Like, I don't really know. I mean, it's kind of one of those things that I don't want to speculate on, and the dynamic that was going on between Aaron and obviously Matt, and then how it was up with Goody. Like, I don't know how it was, right? Like, I have no clue. I can't even speculate. But obviously everyone's moved on their own ways, right? And things now are what they are, and Green Bay's moved on in one direction. And whether you think it's gone really well or not, whatever, right? Like, I think Green Bay's gone on in a path that is, has there been ups and downs? Yeah. Are they still a really young team? And there's a lot ahead of them that I think they could, be a really, really good football team and can achieve a lot of great things. I do. I really do. I think Jordan Love's a really, really good quarterback. I think there's a lot he can improve on. Do I think he's like Aaron Rodgers? I'm not even going to try to. I hate the comparisons when they do it. So, like, when people say, like, well, he's Aaron, I don't like the comparisons of it because I think it's unfair.
It's like,
right? So that's why, like,
could it have been? I mean, the real.
Yes, it's unfair. It's unfair for me to follow Tausch. It's very unfair for me to have to follow Tausch.
Yeah, life deals you different cards that you have to deal with. I don't know if Goody could have thought that this would have went any better.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't.
It'd be great if he's winning MVPs and they got a Super Bowl trophy the first year. But realistically, Goody is looking at this and saying, we 100% did the right thing, and it couldn't have gone any better.
Yeah,
you got draft picks. The only thing could have been better if you did it earlier and got Denver's haul. Isn't that really what it comes?
Yes.
And you can't do that. They shouldn't have. That would have been. I think that would have been a big mistake, even though you'd have gotten a bigger haul. But Brian Gutekunst has got to look at this and say, man, we appreciate and loved everything Aaron did, championship and everything else, but we made the right move. We have our quarterback, because if they didn't do that, Jason Wilde reported, correct me if I'm wrong, and you got scolded a little bit when you said Jordan would have to think about what was going to happen if Aaron Rodgers came back. Did you not?
Yeah, look, he would have...
Reportader. Come on, reportader.
If he would have come back for another year, Jordan Love would have wanted to be. He would have requested to be traded because he wanted to play.
I love it when Wilde goes into reporter mode.
Couple things, and then we'll Scoop-de-doo. We'll shift gears here from Rodgers. I want to ask one last question of this topic with Brian before we take our first break of our 3 segments with Brian. Did you see last Thursday when that offensive lineman tackled Aaron Rodgers after the touchdown pass?
That was the funniest thing ever.
And did you ever make anything even close to the level of mistake where you got the look and the shove that a very pissed off Aaron Rodgers delivered to his right tackle?
Oh my gosh. I saw that. I couldn't even, like, that made me, like, that kind of gave me a little bit of a chill because because I'm not gonna lie, man. Like that, like I saw that happen. I was like, oh my gosh, what is that guy doing? Like, and then you saw the look. And like, I've seen the look, but I've never gotten the look like directed at me. But I've seen the look, and like if that was ever directed at me, like that's a really bad mess. Like that's like something that's very bad. Like,
did you not laugh a little bit though from the outside? It was kind of funny.
Well, I laughed because, like, what the hell are you doing? Dude, that's a 320-pound guy jumping a quarterback that is, like, popped his Achilles a couple of years back.
A little more fragile than he used to be,
Yeah, like, what are you jumping on his back for?
That's crazy. The whole thing, I laughed about the whole thing, like, Rodgers' reaction. First, I was thinking, this guy's nuts. Like, what does he do? That was initially, and then I was like, boy, that is funny. Because I could just see, old boy throws a big-time touchdown in a tight game, and it went from joy to I'm going to rip your throat out.
If looks could kill, literally.
That was funny. Man.
Oh, my gosh. And then I think the guy the right tackle had an interview, like I think the other day, and he's like, we're good. He just told me to don't lose that fire. I go, oh, yeah. He wants you to continue to tackle him every time he throws a touchdown pass. Yes, that's the message he said. Tackle him every time. That's good. That's what he wants. Tackle him. Blindside him, really.
I hope that guy, Tausch, is insured by American Family Insurance because he needed a policy after that mistake.
Well, life is better with a home and auto policy from American Family Insurance. That's because they're always there to protect your dreams of throwing that touchdown and tackling a Hall of Fame quarterback. From hosting a family reunion in your new home to taking a family road trip in your new minivan. So insure carefully and dream fearlessly with American Family Insurance.
More with Bryan Bulaga next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
From the baseball playoffs to regular season football, Prize Picks is the best way to win cash watching our favorite teams. Which players are going off? Which ones are overhyped? Well, make your picks in less than 60 seconds and turn your takes into cash all season long on Prize Picks. Prize Picks is simple to play. Just pick more or less on at least 2 player stats. If you get your picks right, you could cash in. Prize Picks now offers stacks, meaning you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. Prize Picks also offers injury reboots. If one of your players leaves the game in the first half and doesn't return, Prize Picks won't count it as a loss. Prize Picks offers Venmo, Apple Pay, MasterCard, and more for quick and easy deposits into your account this football season. Join millions of users. Sign up for America's #1 fantasy sports app. Download the Prize Picks app today and use that code WI to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code WI to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute brought to you by your Badgerland Chevy dealers, proud supporters of Badger Athletics. Go to BadgerlandChevy.com. Badger legend and KBN's own Brad Nortman keeping it honest. From missed chances to keeping Wisconsin kids home to fractured relationships on the recruiting trail, the former punter shares what's disappointed him the most.
Every high school football coach I talk to, there is no relationship with Coach Fickle or any of the coaching staff. There is zero intention to try to keep Wisconsin kids in the program. There is a major disconnect between what a Wisconsin head coach should be doing of reinforcing the culture and what is currently being done, and the symptom is what is on the field.
Get a whole house of new Pella windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% interest for up to 60 months.
Wow. Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Since 1956, Holman Lindsay Paints has been making paint in Wisconsin for Wisconsin. Because of their commitment to making great paint for Wisconsinites, Holman Lindsay has grown over the years to 26 locations in this great state. Headquarters in Sun Prairie with a state-of-the-art facility, Holman Lindsay has the paint you need to make your job better. From do-it-yourself to professional, Holman Lindsay has paint for everyone. Visit one of their local locations today in Madison, Sun Prairie, Middleton, and Janesville.
Audi Madison is where performance meets precision. Take advantage of the 3.99% APR for 72 months, plus $6,000 customer bonus when you purchase a 2025 Audi A6 sedan 5.5 TFSI Quattro. No down payment to qualified credit, must finance through Wells Fargo. Customer bonus is only available until November 3rd. Stop in and test drive today. Check out AudiMadison.com to see current inventory and specials. Start your adventure at Audi Madison today, off the Beltline and Rimrock Road.
At Siding Unlimited, we're really excited for the fall season. Not only are we proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics, we are also fired up for an exciting fall season cheering on football and volleyball. If that's not enough, we're really excited to share with you that Siding Unlimited is Wisconsin's best window and door installation team. Siding Unlimited is a Pella Platinum Premier National Contractor of the Year award winner 5 times. Looking for new windows and doors? Visit us at sidingunlimited.com or stop by our beautiful showroom in Madison.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
We're on the Badgers.
If Maryland wasn't the final straw, okay. If Iowa wasn't the final straw, all right. If this isn't the final straw, when is enough enough? It's time to move on.
This is 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
I've got some pain famous friends you probably never heard of. But back in Rutherford County, our crowd is second to none. You might not know them here in the
Continuing with Bryan Bulaga, so here's what we're going to do. We have a couple quick questions about Packers-Cardinals.
There's no such thing as a couple quick questions.
I only have one.
Okay.
And then we'll take our 2-minute break, and then we'll have tackle talk with Old T and Big B. My question is simply this. If the season ended today, which would be very disappointing because then they'd have only played 6 games.
What would cause that? The global pandemic didn't shut down the NFL.
No, meteor.
A meteor is the only thing that'll shut. Because everybody always says that. It's like, why do we always do that? Because it never happens.
It's true. And it won't happen here either, thankfully. Knock on wood.
We don't think.
It's true.
Labor dispute.
It's the end of the world as we know it. Yes, that's fair, Jesse. Good one. That happened in 82 and 87. But, Brian, if the season did end today, the number 1 seed in the NFC would be the Green Bay Packers, who, by their own admission, at 4-1-1, don't feel great about how they've played. Is that more of a statement about how awesome the Packers are, or where we're kind of at? Because we follow the loss column here on Wilde and Tausch, and they do have the best winning percentage right now, despite their flaws. What does that tell you, if anything?
I think. Well, I think from the way I look at them right now is, I think they have flaws. I think there's a lot of things that they need to do better as a team. I think consistency is one thing that I look at, right? Like, I think you look at defensively, how fast they started and kind of where they've been the last couple weeks. That's kind of what I'm looking at from them right now is consistency. And whether that's, in the past game and how good Micah was, right? I think that's you take him and his production and kind of the way the pass rush is, and you put that in its own little separate area, right? Because like he's his own entity, like he's his own deal. But like you kind of look at what's going on in the secondary, and you kind of look at that and you go, okay, how do we clean that up, right? Because you go now and look at the way Detroit is performing now since how they were performing in week 1, right? And you see the way that offense now has kind of kicked the rust off, right? And they've kind of, snapped out of their, I guess, their slumber from the offseason. Yeah, and their new coordinator and figuring out how they're going to run their offense. And now they look like the Detroit Lions again, right? They look really good. So now you see that, and you're like, okay, so how is this defense going to combat that offense, right? And you have to look at our secondary and how are they going to, they need to start performing to a higher level to combat what Detroit is doing so well in the secondary or, at the receiver position. Do I feel really good about our run defense? Yeah, I do. I feel really good about our run defense. I think our run defense is really good. I feel great about the linebackers. You get Wyatt back. I feel really good about the run, interior and the run defense. Like, I think that's really good against Detroit. I do. I think that's something that last year I didn't feel so good about. This year I feel a lot better about. But now it's like the pass defense. That's and you have the big part, which is the pass rush with Micah. But Detroit can scheme that, right? Like, you can obviously they have a great right tackle, and, you can park another guy next to the greatest right tackle in the game right now and help him with Micah and get the ball off. Like, you can do a lot of things to negate one guy and then have your, 2 wideouts and tight end work open. So, like, there's some things from a consistency standpoint that I'm worried about, that if you were to end the season today and start the playoffs, I'd be a little nervous. And from an offensive standpoint, I just want to see, and I get Jacobs was probably at, I think 70% may be generous against the Cardinals. He was struggling from a health standpoint, but I give this guy so much credit. I love him as a running back. Like, dude's, he's
been
fantastic.
Awesome. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, he's a workhorse, but like I really, really just want to see him. And again, I'm not blaming him, but I just want to see him get going in this run game. Like I like just from a consistency standpoint in the run game. Like consistency is my key word here, right? On both sides of the ball. Like just a consistent performance on both sides of the ball in those two areas, running the ball and defending the pass in the secondary. Those two things, if that becomes more regular, I feel great about this team going into like a postseason type environment. Right, like because that's winning football, right? Because like I think the run game's there on the defensive side of the ball, and I think our pass game offensively is there. But we all know in the playoffs, there's one thing you need from an offensive side of the ball in today's game, and that's to be able to turn around and hand it off to a back. That's the way the NFC's been going lately, right? You look at Philly, you look at San Francisco in the past, you look at Detroit. That's what they've all done really well. Is hand the ball off and run the ball really well, and that's the way the NFC has been going. So, to me, Green Bay, they have the back. I feel like they have the offensive line to do it. It's just the consistency needs to be there. And Jacobs is so good that, like, you just have to get him going. You have to get Jacobs going and running the rock well.
We'll talk more about that offensive line during Tackle Talk with Mark Tauscher and Bryan Bulaga. And that starts in 2 minutes. So stick around. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Time out on the field. Let's bring in Gina Della from Pella. What's the winning game plan this month?
Wayne, a whole house of new windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% interest for up to 60 months.
Wow, that's a drive you can sustain for years. No penalties, no extra interest.
And unlike opponents, Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin actually stops the drafts.
Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Make your move today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 10/31/2025.
Hey, this is former Badger Brad Norton.
9 minutes of fake. Great call and great execution.
You're listening to a Good Karma Brands radio station, 100.5 ESPN, WTLX, Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison and streamers everywhere. I'm Jesse Nelson. Sports Center brought to you by Goodman's Jewelers, the diamond store of Madison for generations. Check them out, 220 State Street and online at goodmansjewelers.com. The 2025 Milwaukee Bucks season tips off tonight here on 100.5 ESPN. The Bucks welcoming a familiar friend to Fiserv Forum to start the season. Chris Middleton and the Washington Wizards, the opponents for the Bucks in Game 1 of the 25-26 regular season. Chris Middleton traded to the Wizards last year. This is his first game back in Milwaukee since that trade. 7 o'clock tip time tonight here on Madison's home of the Bucks, 100.5 ESPN. Pre-game coverage starts at 6:30. Dave Kane and Justin Garcia will have the call on the Bucks radio network. The Bucks, by the way, plus 6,000 according to ESPN Bet to win the NBA Finals for the 2025-26 season. Meanwhile, football, the Packers continuing preparations as they get set for the Sunday night showdown with Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Packers have opened as 3-point road favorites for Sunday night's contest. More on the matchup with Bryan Bulaga, continuing next on Wilde and Tausch.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
I've got some famous friends you probably never heard of, but back in Rutherford County, our crowd is second to none. You might not know them here in this big city we're in, but when I go back home,
The 10 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch.
Kind of stayed on the clock here today a little bit. Not bad.
Closer.
Not bad.
Again, thank you. We'll try. I turn it over to the two. You called.
God, I love that. This is a great song.
It is a great song.
Really good song.
My name's in it.
Who sings this again? Aldine? Is this Aldine?
Kane Brown.
Kane Brown.
Yeah.
Okay. No, never heard of him.
I believe Chris Young is also involved.
Bobby
in that
Brown.
song. Bobby Boucher.
Larry Brown.
Bryan Bulaga.
What can Brown do for you? Yusef Burgess. All right,
this is how we get off the clock.
I understand.
What can Brown do for you, Yusef Burgess?
Not bad.
You're
Blue,
better
what
than-
did you think when you? So we finally kind of saw the little rotation, cute little deal. Seems to be not
Dunzo.
Yep.
What did you make of this group? Now this is going to be, it feels like, the preferred group as long as everybody stays healthy moving forward. What did you think of What did you think of what the boys did last week?
Yeah, I thought. I mean, again, like I'm, as you guys know, I'm a fan of no rotation. I don't like rotation. So if you're gonna go with a group, let's go with a group, right? Like that's the way I prefer it, and that seems to be the way they're going with it. And I thought they, for the most part, played well, right? Like again, I kind of mentioned it in the previous segment. Like I think the run game is still one of those things that hasn't gained steam, and like that obviously was the case. Again, I get Jacobs had 2 rushing touchdowns, and like there's times where like a run will hit and it looks good, right? And there's moments that it looks good, right? Like there's like a run that'll hit for 8 or 9 yards, and you're like, okay, like this is what we like to see. And then it's like kind of back to like 2 yards here, 3 yards there, and it's not what we're used to seeing. But from a pass pro perspective, they were really good. They were really good against Arizona. Like they were solid. And like I understand that Arizona doesn't have, like the greatest pass rushers, but I will always say this: pass blocking is really hard. It's the hardest thing to do for offensive linemen. It's very difficult. We're going backwards. They're going they're going forward at full speed. And when you do that a lot, the chances of you getting beat is very high, right? Like it's a very difficult thing to do, and linemen have to be super concentrated all the time to not get beat, and your technique has to be really good, and it's a difficult skill. And they were very good on Sunday against Arizona in pass pro. Like I was very impressed with the way they protected, and Jordan Love had plenty of time. Multiple times I felt like he had a bunch of time to rescan the field and find guys maybe take, maybe have too much time at times. Sometimes the quarterbacks get too much time and they scan the field too many times. And then, I don't say they make bad decisions, but, they double take too many times and, do some things that, like, hey man, throw the ball, like just throw the ball. But yep. I thought that for the most part, they played well. I think Jordan Morgan, we've talked about this forever.
Calais Campbell got him good on one run play, boy.
Yeah.
Calais Campbell's a stud. That's just a big human being.
He's enormous. Like, I don't know, like, and it's hard to explain to people. And when you tell people, like, he's enormous, like, well, like, you guys are all big. It's like, no. You don't understand.
Larry Allen. There's different kinds of big and strong.
Yes, like I try to tell people, like, he's enormous. Like he is a giant human being. Like he's big. Like I mean, like one of the largest men I've ever gone against. Like on the field, like he's huge. Like he's all a 6'9". Like he's large. Like very big.
He makes you look tiny.
Yes, he does. There's no doubt about it.
He could play till he's 50 years old. Like what he does, he can play till he's 50.
Yeah, he keeps guys away from him because he's got the longest
arms. Yep.
Yes, like he's just very good. Yeah, I mean, but that's the thing. Like Jordan Morgan's going to have to get used to it against guys that are very savvy like that. You're gonna get got, as they always say. Mm-hmm. You're gonna get got, right? And you're young in the position. You're learning, and you're gonna learn on the job quick, right? Like, and you're a tackle, or you think you're a tackle, and you're getting moved inside. There's going to be times where, against veteran players, like they're going to get you, right? Like they study tape, they see your tendencies. You're going to get beat from time to time.
Yeah, and,
right?
Everything in there happens so quick. Like, you don't have time to gather yourself. It's go. Like you got to go. If you're not going, you're beat. At tackle, it gives you a little more. You have more space. You have to go, but you can get away with figuring things out. Is Jordan Morgan going to be a guard moving forward, or do you think he is still better suited for tackle?
Oh, Oh man, like here's my like. I have a hard time with it because we didn't even really get a true sample size of him at left tackle, right? Like we didn't really get a real like look at him at left tackle in, I don't know, like you could say live NFL snaps, right? Like I mean like game snaps. Like that's what I mean, right? Like you could say preseason snaps, like sure, like I'm not trying to like take away from what preseason means, right? Like I understand, but like I mean live left tackle snaps and what those show you, right? And what that means. So it's hard for me to say. We saw right tackle. I don't think he's a right tackle. I will say that. Like I'll go out on a limb there. And I'm not saying that you can't take reps there and train there and maybe get your body there, but like he's just not. Zach Tom's the team's right tackle. That's what it is, right? Like that's
until he's the center,
or the left
until he's
tackle.
the center,
or the left tackle,
or the left tackle. Yeah, or he plays every position because that's what we do, right?
Cloning.
We move everyone to every. Yeah.
AI could AI him.
Yeah, we could, but I still think think
Brian's
that
annoyed
he.
Now.
No, I'm not.
3 segments a lot, Brian. You knew that when you signed up for it.
No. I'm thinking in my head like how the linemen here get like moved from position to position, and I'm just like, ugh. But I still think Jordan Morgan is a tackle because I still watch him and I see his movements and I see the way he. You just see how he plays.
He's an athlete. He moves.
Yes,
I agree.
And I see how he pass blocks still, even at guard, and I see his tendencies, and I see how he likes to when he plays against 3 techs, and I see how he likes to pass block him, and he likes to get him high and wide, and he has tackle tendencies. Like and like to me, like hey, guards all have different styles when they block, but like I'm used like City used to do that sit, and he liked to get 3 techs high and wide too. But then like you look at guards like TJ who like to take them dead down the middle, jump set them and stone them right there. Like everyone has different styles. But like he still has a lot of tackle tendencies to him. And now whether or not that, they continue to think like this is it, he's staying here, or next year, they move him out to the left side, that remains to be seen. But to me, I still think he's a tackle, right? But like that doesn't mean he can't be a good guard for this, for this period of time. Because like I think if you leave him here right now and you stop moving him, like stop in training, in practice, moving him at left to tackle, or just leave him at right guard. Because if you want him to play right guard right now, leave him there. If someone gets injured, do not move him. Because the minute you move him, you're stunting the growth. You're stunting his progress of getting comfortable at that position, becoming a better player at that position, and it's only going to hurt the group. So, like, don't move him unless you want him to play left tackle, right? Unless you want him to play tackle. Like, that's the only way that I would say up and move him if something happens to a tackle. But
yeah, and Brian, to your point, he's got 11 games left, and then hopefully some postseason. I don't think Green Bay wants this to be the group, right? If they can keep everybody healthy, this is the O-line they want to roll out there. Let Jordan Morgan get another 10, 11 games of experience, because you do start figuring things out. You maybe have ideas on what works, and then you get Calais Campbell or somebody gets you, you're like, well, that ain't going to work. So now you go back to the drawing board, you kind of let that thing roll, and you'll see how it all shakes out. But I don't think they still know, because I think Jordan Morgan, in his heart of hearts, wants to be a tackle. And if that's the case, you don't try to shove a square hole into a round peg, or however that goes, whatever that saying is. Blue,
Nailed it.
What about the closer mentality that the Green Bay Packers have now with Micah? That is different than what we've seen. We had Clay. We had guys that could get to the quarterback, but what he did on Sunday, that's bringing Dennis Eckersley in. That's bringing Mariano Rivera in. That is saying we get a 4-point lead. I still think a field goal, they would have gotten down and got a field goal. But when they needed a tutter, you put your closer in. For whatever reason, Arizona decides to leave their right tackle on an island. Thank you, Gannon, or whatever the guy's name is. We got a closer. How important is that to a team to have that guy?
Oh, God. I mean, that is literally, I think that's what the team has been missing, I think, personally, since Clay left, right? And you kind of look at Clay and Julius, right? Like those, when they had those two guys together, that's kind of what they've been missing since those two departed, right? Like those two guys that could literally, you get in situations where it's like, you have a lead, go get the quarterback. Those, I mean, obviously Clay was there first, and then they brought in Julius. You put those two guys together, it's like, okay, well, one of them is getting a sack in these situations. And now you have Micah, who essentially, like, I look at him, and it's guaranteed a pressure or a sack. Like, that's the way I look at him. Like, it's guaranteed one or the other, right? He's going to hurry the quarterback into a bad decision, or he's sacking the quarterback. And that, to me, is rare. Like, those are rare players.
Yeah, or
right?
you
like,
have to leave a back end or a tight end, and you don't get all of that spacing. You're forced to limit what you can do to go down and get yards to get in position, too.
100%. And then, like, if you do leave those guys in to help, but we even saw it against Arizona. Like, they left guys in to chip him. And I'm not talking about the last drive. They left him on an island. What they were doing, I have no idea. Like, that's the worst. Like, I have no idea
Brian,
what you're doing.
I think they got tricked because he came out of the game for a snap, and I think they were like, whew. And then they forgot that he came back out. I don't know if he sneaked out there and kind of did I'm going to hide behind the big fellas, then I line up, and they're like, oh, blank, I guarantee that right tackle is, because you saw the right guard throw his hands up in the air. He wasn't happy about it.
I mean, he beat that right tackle in about a second and a half. He dipped underneath his punch in a second and a half.
That's pretty good.
I mean, you could have thrown. I mean, you could say, "Oh, the quarterback got rid of." Like, no, he beat him in a second and a half. He dipped underneath his punch, and it was done. It was done in a second and a half.
Dunzo,
like,
some would say.
No, oh my gosh! But like, even during the game, the guard was coming out there. The back was chipping him. He was still splitting those blocks and like in Brissett's face, and like hitting Brissett as he was throwing the ball. Like, he is a different player. Like, and you watch all the, like, I think the only guy that I compare him to right now is Myles Garrett. Like, that's what Myles Garrett does as well. Like that's because, like, there's a lot of great pass rushers in the league, right? Like, and like, there's no doubt about it. There's great rushers. Like, and Green Bay's going to see one in Watt. Like, there's great rushers, but there's only a couple that no matter what you do to them, they're always going to be there. Like, it doesn't matter. You chip them, you double them. For some reason, they're always an arm length away from your quarterback. Like, it doesn't matter. And Micah's one, and Myles Garrett's the other.
Yep.
Like, and that's what. And Green Bay has the guy that does it. And the rest of this D line, they need to start taking advantage of it.
Yep.
They have to, because it is so rare that everyone else gets a one-on-one almost every single play.
Brian, you know what? But you said something. I know we got to go, but you said something about Penei Sewell, because I think we're all looking forward to that matchup on Thanksgiving. I know I am. Would you put Micah there, or would you force Rashawn Gary over on Decker and let them figure out if they're going to double that? How would you, if you're Hafley, what would you, because you're going to move Micah around, but predominantly you're going to line up. How would you want that to shake out?
Yeah, I think just so you're not being predictable, because I think what Detroit will assume is they're going to line him up over Decker, right? They're going to go to the weaker tackle, which is Decker over Sewell. Like, they're going to predict that, right? They're going to think that's what Green Bay will do. I think you have to put him over.
There's no way Sewell's going to play as poorly as he did in the opener, right?
No,
because he did not play well in that game.
Oh, I don't know.
He didn't play well.
Now he's going to be at home and snap comp, but Micah makes great tackles look pretty average.
That's fair. Yeah, okay.
Or Micah made him look that way. Like right. That's the thing. And the thing is, Micah makes guys look that way is because of change of direction.
So quick.
It's being able to stop and redirect back inside, or show you're going inside and dip back under outside so fast
without slowing down. It's amazing.
Even tackles with great feet and great hands, it's the little bit of hesitation and the acceleration. It's very hard for tackles to handle. Like, you have to be like. Again, you watch him against Lane Johnson. Lane's one of those guys that was able to handle it because obviously Philly's offense is Philly was a very run-dominant offense, but Lane is I would say, kind of a freaky type athlete, very long, lean type guy. Sewell's not built like Lane. They're two differently built guys. Like, that's why no tackle is the same. Sewell's dominant. He's one of the best right tackles in the league, maybe the best. But Lane also one of the best. You can compare them. They're just built differently, so they're able to handle different type rushers differently. So, not every guy is built to handle a Micah Parsons, right? Not many are, right? It's the way it is. But it's why a guy like Lane is better suited to handle Micah compared to, say, maybe a Sewell, because their body types and how they move and what they handle better is just the way it is. It's why some guys could, for me, I hated going against Cam Wake. I'd rather go against Mario Williams and a bigger guy like Julius than Cam Wake, just from a body type standpoint because of how they're built and how they move compared to a guy like that. It's just what you're able to handle better, right? And that's, every tackle has their preference of what they can manage or what fits their game better.
Yeah, I think most tackles like slow and strong guys, or actually slow and weak is the first group that's
a good matchup for you.
If you can find
slow and weak is good.
Slow and weak are the best. They can't threaten you with power or speed. That's when you're at a tackle. I think that'll be a fun day.
Yeah.
Outside of that, there's always something that they can do that will put pressure on you.
Brian, you are neither of those things. Thanks for the extra time today.
My pleasure.
I will talk to you later in the week on the Homer Hour. Speaking of Homer, he's going to get about 3 minutes on today's show, but I'm okay with that.
He'll love it.
I don't know if he is.
He'll love it.
We'll talk to you later, buddy. Thanks.
All right, guys. Take care.
That is the great Bryan Bulaga, always generous with his time. Now, I don't think he is planning on joining us on our trip across the pond. But if you are interested in making the trip to England, Scotland, and Wales with Colette and with the Wildies, well, all you got to do is text TRAVEL to 844-770-3776, 844-770-3776, or go to ESPNMilwaukeeTravel.com to get the details. We're going to see the beautiful countryside. We're going to see the great cities, Big Ben, Edinburgh Castle, which I now have learned how to pronounce, Chester, Shakespeare's Stratford-upon-Avon, which I know Tausch is interested in, the medieval city of York, everything that you want to see across the pond. We're going to do all those things and more and make some great memories that will last a lifetime. And for me, it'll be my first time leaving North America. So, if you want to do it too, text TRAVEL to 844-770-3776 or go to ESPNMilwaukeeTravel.com to find out more. More Wilde and Tausch straight ahead. Stick around.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Trick or treat. Mark Toscher here for Grassland Dairy, and I've been thinking that this year when young trick-or-treaters decked out in their great costumes come ring our doorbell, instead of handing out candy, I'll offer some individual packets of the pure and delicious taste of Grassland butter. Why wouldn't any little ghost, princess, or zombie want to bring home the highest quality butter that's been produced from farm to table since 1904? Something so good, lasting more than 5 generations, would have to be the best option in the Halloween bucket, right? Plus, Grassland butter is more versatile than chocolate or fruity candy. It's great for breakfast in the morning or with dinner rolls and sandwiches in the evening. Even spooky, scary skeletons know to butter better with Better Butter. There's truly no better product and no better taste than the pure and delicious taste of Grassland butter. Grassland Dairy, crafting butter for 5 generations.
Brian here from Canopy Wealth Management. At Canopy, we create strategies that are tailored to your needs and goals. We've invested heavily in client-friendly software so your assets and plan progress are available to view in one place at any time. Whether you prefer only the high-level information or enjoy the intricate details of the planning process, we've got you covered. Canopy Wealth Management. Care, competence, clarity. It's not just a tagline, it's a promise. Go to canopy-wealth.com to get started today. That's canopy-wealth.com.
Audi Madison is where performance meets precision. Take advantage of the 3.99% APR for 72 months, plus $6,000 customer bonus when you purchase a 2025 Audi A6 sedan 5.5 TFSI Quattro. No down payment to qualified credit, must finance through Wells Fargo. Customer bonus is only available until November 3rd. Stop in and test drive today. Check out AudiMadison.com to see current inventory and specials. Start your adventure at Audi Madison today, off the Beltline and Rimrock Road.
Played like a pro but felt like an amateur? Twisted your ankle or jammed a finger under the Friday night lights? At Orthopedic and Spine Centers of Wisconsin, their Saturday Sports Injury Clinic has you covered. Skip the emergency room circus, dodge the waiting room sitcom, and get expert care from the pros who actually know sports injuries. Saturdays 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Walk into their location off the Beltline and get back in the game. Orthopedic and Spine Centers of Wisconsin, your comeback starts here.
Hi, it's Jason Wilde from Wilde and Tausch, inviting you to join me July 5th on a journey through the lovely landscapes of England, Scotland, and Wales with Colette. Take in the charm of the countryside and the history of the great cities. Imagine standing before Big Ben in London, then later gazing out from Edinburgh Castle. So rich in history, it feels like you're stepping back in time. Along the way, we'll explore the storybook villages of Chester and Shakespeare's Stratford-upon-Avon, places where every street seems to whisper a piece of history. And how about a scenic train ride through the rolling green hills that lead us right into the medieval city of York? It's all part of this incredible journey. From iconic landmarks to cozy villages, from bustling city streets to peaceful countryside views, you'll experience the very best of Britain's history, culture, and beauty, and create memories that last a lifetime. To learn more about this amazing adventure, come to the meet and greet on Tuesday, November 4th at 6 p.m. at Buck and Honey's Monona. That's Tuesday, November 4th, 6 p.m. at Buck and Honey's Monona. We'll see you there.
Mark Tauscher here to tell you a little bit more about Everlight Solar. We all know that electricity costs are on the rise. That's why you need to talk to my friends over at Everlight Solar. Their local team here in Madison is here to keep it simple. From your no-cost consultation to solar panel installation, the team at Everlight Solar will be with you every step of the way. Not only will they help you save money, but by switching to solar, you're also helping save the planet. Everlight Solar, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. Check them out at everlightsolar.com.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
Thanks as always to Bryan Bulaga. We always appreciate him making us smarter. We need to get to Homer. We're running very late, but it's worth it for his insights. Tausch, I was curious real quick. You mentioned your favorite guys to go against were slow and weak. How often did you actually get a matchup against a guy where you were like, okay, I definitely am going to have this guy's number all game long? It has to be very rare.
Even if I had one that came to the top of my mind, and I may have one person, I will never say that, and because I respect the game. And for the most part, I'll say this. I don't ever remember going into it, even backups. Everybody had a skill set that if you didn't do what you needed to do, you're going to get your blank beat, period, fin. So that was always at the back because this isn't where you'll get a, no offense to Middle Tennessee State, but you're not going to have those matchups. There just wasn't. So it was always something. I always preferred just big, strong. Like I could handle power was where I liked. It was that combination. And I don't know if there's anybody I played that was Micah-esque because the thing Bryan said that is so true. The hard part for offensive tackles is if you are a half a step slow or even a click late, everything gets thrown off, and that quick, easy speed to power that these guys have, you just can't recover. And so I think Penei Sewell, when he gets at home, he'll have a little bit better of a you won't have to do silent count and things like that. Then you'll really like that matchup. That'll be a fun one to watch.
And then afterward, you can enjoy a Coors Light because you were so entertained by Micah versus Penei.
Indeed, and whether you're tailgating pregame, enjoying your experience during the game, or celebrating a big win after the game, or you just need a moment to chill, crack open that Rocky Mountain Cold Coors Light, brewed with a 3-step cold process, cold lager, co-filtered, and it is cold packaged, so it is made to chill. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company at Golden, Colorado.
Homer's next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, driven by Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie on 100.5 ESPN. See their full inventory at ZimbrickChevrolet.com.
Time out on the field. Let's bring in Gina Della from Pella. What's the winning game plan this month?
Wayne, a whole house of new windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% interest for up to 60 months.
Wow, that's a drive you can sustain for years. No penalties, no extra interest.
And unlike opponents, Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin actually stops the drafts.
Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Make your move today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 10/31/2025.
Mark Toscher here for Pizza Hut, and let me tell you, Pizza Hut delivers a win every time with the Big Dinner Box. For just $19.99, get 2 medium, 1-topping pizzas, 8 boneless wings, and 5 breadsticks. Feed your whole team for one unbeatable price. Choose your crust, hand-tossed, pan, thin and crispy, or even tavern style. Order now for delivery or carry out at pizzahut.com or on the Pizza Hut app. The Big Dinner Box for just $19.99, only at Pizza Hut. And remember, no one out-pizzas the Hut.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right. And naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about anything. From the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys. Tito's is known for giving back, teaming up with nonprofits to serve its communities and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Striving for excellence is exactly what we do.
Our suite of master craftsmen ensure every roof we install will last.
We believe in giving you exceptional results.
And the satisfaction and durability you want with your suite of metal roof.
I'm Mike.
And Mary Suita. Enjoy the long-lasting architectural strength and beauty of a Suita metal roof.
SWITA metalroofing.com.
Suita Metal Roofing, the last roof you'll ever need.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
From the biggest stars to the greatest moments, Behind the Bucks is Bucks history like you've never heard it before. It's all on Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus Audio Network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
It's football season in Wisconsin and the energy is electric. Get ready to fuel up the hype with Monster Energy. With bold flavors and that legendary kick, Monster gives you the power to go all 4 quarters. Whether you're tailgating before the big game, watching with friends at home, or catching every play at your favorite spot. Because game day isn't just about football. It's about bringing the energy wherever you are. Stop by your local Piggly Wiggly to pick up a Monster Energy drink today. Monster Energy. Unleash the beast.
Mark Tusher here for Chalmers Jewelers. I've been a big fan of Scott Garrett and the whole team at Chalmers Jewelers for years now. I go there, my friends go there, and most importantly, my wife loves it whenever I get her something from Chalmers Jewelers. It's my go-to spot for birthdays, anniversaries, and any special occasion. For quality jewelry and a great experience, choose Chalmers Jewelers, the place to go for that perfect gift. Stop at Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton and Madison.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
and Madison. Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Customizable just to you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today.
Whatever you do, make sure you do it right.
You know what that music means.
You do, make sure you do it right.
The greats, Steve the Homer True, the GOAT, who you can hear on the Homer Hour, the best 60 minutes of your day, allegedly. You can hear him as the voice of Marquette men's basketball in year 36 of that gig. And, of course, you can always find him on God Talk, My Faith with Homer and Pip. Steven, good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm good.
No, that's good. What are you doing so good about? Normally you're complaining about something. No?
No. I mean, you got a fun game Sunday against Aaron Rodgers.
No, I heard it was just, I was listening to the post-game show. It was just another game. Just like a Jacksonville.
It is just another game, but it's a fun game.
No,
I mean,
you said just another game, yeah.
It is just another game. That is the most important thing. And please understand, it's even less important than it normally could be if they weren't playing the other four to all the teams in the division. Aaron Rodgers will have a significant role in if the Packers win their division, but not because of playing the Packers, because of playing the four division teams. They beat the Vikings. They play at Chicago and at Detroit later on. That is what's important. The game is even less than it normally would be because the key is the division, not the Packers and the Steelers.
So you're not any more or less interested in this matchup than a...
I am interested, as I stated on Twitter. If you follow me on Twitter, this is like going to a Six Flags. Six Flags is fun. That doesn't make it important.
You're a roller coaster guy? I didn't know you liked you like roller coasters?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I had 40 years of not being on one because I should have sued my dad for negligence putting us on the Pike in Long Beach, California when I was 10. None of my brothers and sisters went on a roller coaster for 30 years after that experience.
What happened?
Well, we'd never been on a roller coaster.
Okay.
They had no seat belts. You held on to the bar, and when the roller coaster went down, the bar went forward.
Oh, my God.
No, this is 1962 or 4. It's the famous roller coaster where many Marines, having had a little too much to drink, bam, and there have been, I believe, multiple deaths on the Pike. Not because it's a wooden roller coaster, so much slower than the current one. But at the time, my sister was so scared, when the bar went, she sat down where your feet are with no protection, and I don't think she's recovered. I did, in fact, face my challenge because my oldest son made fun of me, and I got on a water ride, put my hands across my chest, and said, "It's been a good life." I assumed I was going to die. I survived, and then from various steps, now go on roller coasters front row. Just for those people that are scared, the most important thing is that you learn to raise your arms as high as you can because that makes it much easier and much less to your fear when your body drops.
Don't you worry, though, if there's you're going into a tunnel that you'll clip a hand on them? If you have your arms all... Because you're kind of a long-armed guy.
He's lanky.
Yeah.
No. If I was going on a roller coaster in Mexico or any foreign country, yes. But in America, I'm not the first person to do it. They are very sure that everything's fine. The fear in America is when you spin in a circle, not going up and down, which is why Disney had to get rid of a ride they had in what's the park that's the science one? What's the science one? It is
Animal Kingdom?
No,
Epcot.
the science. Epcot.
That's
so
a
they
science
kind of like
one.
How is that
and they would
science?
send
That's the one that
people
Beck and I
in a
went to.
circle.
No, I know, but how is that
And
science?
they stopped it because people were throwing up on a regular basis.
Hmm.
People do not get sick going up and down. People get sick going spinning in a circle. That helped for anybody.
So
that
how did
needs
you end
to
up?
want
If there's
to.
no seatbelt and you just held on to the bar, that's what kept you in?
Yes, the bar went forward, and I held on to the bar.
Boy, the old
And I
days.
want to
huh?
emphasize it
The
wasn't,
good old days,
It
huh?
wasn't that fast. It was just having never been on a roller coaster, not understanding that, and it was. I could have sued. I think in today's world, I could have sued my parents. I don't know how much money I would have got.
You're
They're very
you
litigious
had a
fella.
complicated
Very
relationship
litigious
with your
fella.
dad, didn't you?
No, I did not. Yes, it was complicated, but not as complicated as it seemed. My brothers and sisters were afraid that I was going to kill him, so that clearly, my what did I have? I don't know.
Issues.
No, I mean, what is it when you just go crazy? You get so mad. You temper. I had a temper tantrum as a child. My dad never feared me. I never feared him, but I was told by my brothers and sisters that they were afraid I was going to maybe kill him at some point, given the anger I had at the time. But not true.
Talking with Steve the Homer True on Wilde and Tausch.
This thing got a little more morbid than I anticipated.
Didn't see that taking that turn. No,
It wasn't morbid. It wasn't morbid.
You just talked about
The
death
only
and
problem
flying off of a
I had
roller
with my-
coaster and murdering your dad.
No.
What do you mean
The
it
only
ain't morbid?
problem I had with my dad was understanding at a young age that I would never ever be as successful or famous as he was. That did bother me when I was 10 or 12, but I learned to accept it.
Clearly.
How'd you get over it?
I just accepted it. So
How
be
did
it.
you get
That's
to that
all right.
acceptance state? How'd you do it?
I don't remember the day. I think I grew up a little bit and understood that didn't really matter. It was more based on what I did. Fine, I'm never going to be as famous or successful as him. You know, that's the way it goes. It's all right.
No, you're more, and this is just one person's perspective. I don't even know what your dad did. I know what you do.
I know. It's not even close.
There you go.
It's not even close.
All right.
But he had the difficulty of being famous, but no one knew who he was.
That
Weird,
is
doesn't it?
that is tough.
And
That's like you like that line. You
that
like that
works.
linebacker, but you don't even know who he is.
Correct.
Same thing.
Yeah. My dad put up a brochure
Ty
at
Summers.
the airport in South Bend in hopes that maybe people would understand who he was. I was at an event once, and a person said, "Are you True? Are you Herb True's son?" I go, "Every day of my life." He goes, "Who the hell is he?" I go, "What do you mean?" She said, "Well, I was at a convention in Baltimore, and I told them I was from South Bend, Indiana." And they go, "That's where the famous Dr. Herb True is from." She goes, "Oh, I never heard of the guy." So I explained to her who he was. And she didn't seem much impressed. So more than you needed to know, but look him up.
Okay.
Very good motivational speaker, but not the best.
Who's the best?
I may have said this before, the best ever, and I told him this, and he said, "I appreciate your concern." Charles Tremendous Jones. Go on YouTube, look him up.
CTJ.
Charles Tremendous Jones. And it was a spirit. His was more of a spiritual motivational speech, but that's not why. Huge guy, could have been like a linebacker or defensive lineman, and he would hug people. And if you sat in the front row, you knew Tremendous Jones was going to hug you, so nobody would sit in the front row. So yes, like you've heard of Zig Ziglar.
Yeah, I heard of him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's since passed away. If you mentioned my dad's name to him, he would say Michael Jordan. Legend. And he was. But
You can purchase Are You a Prisoner on vinyl by
I can
Dr.
get you
Herb
whatever- yeah.
True,
Yes.
1969. It's available on Amazon right now for $25.95.
He was the first ever, a bit of a visionary, which I find hard to believe, was the first to ever use what he called cassettes. Ever heard of the company TDK?
Yeah, for sure.
The
Tapes.
president of TDK came from Japan to our house to talk with my dad about cassettes because he wanted to make more money by selling, and they had done these records, and then He was the first one to use cassette.
This might be a dumb question, but is a cassette the same thing as a cassette?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Why do they call
He
it
just said it different.
Why does he say
said
cassette?
Herb True said it differently.
When Mr. Whatever his name was from Japan came,
Yep.
and I said, "What's it going on?" I go, "Well, my dad said we're gonna start producing my speeches on cassette."
Okay.
So I know it's cassette, but at the time, that's the first
cassette. Okay.
Son of Herb True joining us on Wilde and Tausch. The son of Herb True has been tweeting a lot about
the greatest. Since you asked, the greatest
I don't remember
comment
asking.
that's ever made to me.
Nobody's asked
in
you a
my
question yet, actually.
So my parents came to my the church auction, St. Pius, in Tosa, and I was the auctioneer. When I got done, I went over, and my dad said, I got to go home. I'm tired. And I said, fine. And my mom said, you are your dad. And I cried. So we can move on.
It's a heartwarming story.
That's an awesome. That is
great. There's not a chance. If you said I was God, I wouldn't be as impressed.
Packers Steelers 7:20 on Sunday night.
Homer just spilled his soul, and you guys are laughing.
I'm not laughing at all. Jesse did.
They're not. They can't laugh. They're fine. They can laugh. Whatever.
No. I'm glad that he came.
My life.
I'm just glad that he came to your auction since he didn't go to any of your sporting events.
Why was that so meaningful?
Because I never thought I had the potential to even buy one person. Maybe my mom was being nice. I don't agree with her. I wasn't. But someone would say that. That's how good he was. Not because he was my dad, but because I had watched him. Listen, I know every motivational speaker that ever existed. Bill Gold, Cabot Roberts, all the people that started.
Bob Moore.
So when my father died, somebody found a ticket from the Los Angeles Sales Convention, 1970, headlined by Dr. Herb True. You know who was underneath him at the event?
John Wooden.
John Wooden, yes. And I said, those
how
people
awesome
are crazy.
is that?
Yes. But
that is awesome.
No way in his prime my dad was ever as good as John Wooden. But that day he was the
top
headliner.
billing.
Wow.
Do you have that framed somewhere?
No, my nephew. I think that's what he is. My brother's son. Does that be my nephew?
I think that's nephew. Yes.
Twice removed.
Okay, he took it, and that's fine. I don't need to have it. I looked at it.
Okay, I feel like this was
pictures of Al McGuire. Al McGuire was nice to me that I have no picture of him and me. I don't need a picture. I knew him. I lived with him.
It's like that dude in Shawshank when he played that music, and he said, "Did you get a recording of it?" He goes, "No, it's right here." It's right up here.
Excellent analogy. Your
Thank
analogies
you.
can be iffy.
No, they're always pretty good. I have the Herb True of analogies.
You're the Herb True of analogies. That's exactly what I was going to say.
They are pretty good.
All right, if I may, as I hope this was cathartic and helpful to you. I enjoyed it.
I'm not going to lie to you. I love this. Homer,
me
I
too.
appreciate you opening up your soul.
For sure.
Yes.
I'm too old to need cathartic.
I did want to ask you because it does seem you did promote your Twitter feed upon your arrival on today's program. Follow me on Twitter, I believe you said. If you are following Steve the Homer True at ESPN Homer, you're getting a lot of his opinion on Badger football.
Before we get to that, because he said that the ride was called the Pike, Sean on Twitter said, "Are you sure it wasn't the Cyclone?"
I am.
You're positive it was called the Pike?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Long Beach, California. Look
Long
it up.
Beach. All right, go ahead. Finish up, Jace.
We don't do a whole lot of commentary on Badger football on this.
The Cyclone is the #1 ride of the Six Flags in Los Angeles, which I have also been on. Sorry to interrupt.
No, I think I like the old wooden, like when you hear the click,
John
click,
Wooden.
click, 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 click.
Yes.
It's better than the steel. I think
Yes,
the old
but not
wooden.
nearly as fast.
No, but I think there's just some nostalgia that goes into that.
There is. Agreed.
Yeah.
Yes. Agreed.
Yep.
Wisconsin, Oregon, 6 o'clock Saturday night.
I'd rather talk about the Cyclones, if I'm being honest with you.
Take the over.
Homer, we're out of time.
That was Homer's best set. Homer, that was great.
That is Steve the Homer True, and that was unexpected, but I found it to be fascinating, and I hope it was a little bit cathartic for our guy. All right, usually we talk about other stuff when he joins us, but not today. And even a guy who does the play-by-play for Marquette basketball could be a UW Credit Union member and reap all the benefits of joining Tausch and Bucky over there at UWCU.
For every stage of life, homers went from a cyclone or a pike rider to a broadcaster to now whatever he's doing. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Proudly serving Wisconsin for over 90 years. They'll help you reach your financial goals. And you know what? If you want to keep your banking local, if you love great member first service and you love great perks like early payday, UW Credit Union is here for you. You also have Bucky. How do you say no to Bucky? If you love Wisconsin like I do, you just can't pay with anything else. Fandom will make you do crazy things, but man, does this make sense? Become a UW Credit Union member today. Get your Bucky card like I did. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions to apply.
To whatever he's doing now.
He does a show with you every week.
Yeah, no, he's broadcasting still. Yeah. I had to fill a line. What did you want me to do?
Worked out great. More Wilde and Tausch straight ahead. Stick around.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
Mark Tauscher here for Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie, the name you can trust. Well, we'll be seeing plenty of ghosts and witches and zombies trick-or-treating and out celebrating Halloween. But while costumes and haunted houses and scary movies may spook you, there's something even more terrifying that makes my skin crawl. Car trouble. Don't be afraid to take care of your vehicle. And unlike the unsuspecting people in all those movies, be prepared before you run into trouble. Stop in to see the amazing service team at Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie before your next road trip or the brutal Wisconsin winter strikes. Get a tune-up, check the battery, check your tires, it's a big one for winter, change the oil, and make sure all the inner workings of your vehicle are in tip-top shape. You can take my word for it. Zimbrick Chevrolet is truly the name you can trust. Schedule a service appointment, view vehicle inventory, and learn more about all they have to offer at ZimbrickChevrolet.com. That's ZimbrickChevrolet.com. Don't be haunted by car trouble. See the team at Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie, the name you can trust.
Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute is brought to you by Steinhoffels, celebrating 91 years with savings on furniture and mattresses. Trusted for quality and comfort. Shop in-store or online at steinhoffels.com. Badger legend and KBN's own Brad Nortman keeping it honest. From missed chances to keeping Wisconsin kids home to fractured relationships on the recruiting trail, the former punter shares what's disappointed him the most.
Every high school football coach I talk to, there is no relationship with Coach Fickle or any of the coaching staff. There is zero intention to try to keep Wisconsin kids in the program. There is a major disconnect between what a Wisconsin head coach should be doing and what is currently being done, and the symptom is what is on the field.
Get a whole house of new Pella windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% interest for up to 60 months.
Wow. Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Ben Brust here to tell you about the Princeton Club. If you're looking for a place where you can better yourself while having a wonderful atmosphere, you have it at the Princeton Club. Strong communities, strong body, and strong mind. All it takes is one small step to start today. You will see that you have everything you need in order to achieve all of your goals. Find your better tomorrow at the Princeton Club. 8 Madison locations where you go in there, you take a tour, and you realize this is a place for me. Find more at PrincetonClub.net.
At Siding Unlimited, we're really excited for the fall season. Not only are we proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics, we are also fired up for an exciting fall season cheering on football and volleyball. If that's not enough, we're really excited to share with you that Siding Unlimited is Wisconsin's best window and door installation team. Siding Unlimited is a Pella Platinum Premier National Contractor of the Year award winner 5 times. Looking for new windows and doors? Visit us at sidingunlimited.com or stop by our beautiful showroom in Madison.
Listen to Madison Money Guy every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. on 100.5 ESPN and ESPNWisconsin.com.
I like to refer to inflation as the silent killer. It's an invisible risk. It's just the idea that things get more expensive over time. You're going to need milk and eggs when you're in your early 60s and when you're in your early 80s. You're going to get a loaf of bread, and it's going to be more expensive 20 years from now.
Christian Finfrock is the Madison Money Guy. Call him today at 208-1800.
Grassland butter is built by tradition right here in Wisconsin. Grassland is family owned and has been crafting butter for 5 generations. That's why at Grassland Butter, you're more than just an employee, you're family. The Wietrich family believes in supporting each other, growing together, and building a workplace where everyone feels valued. Your voice matters at Grassland Dairy. Your success is our success. Join a team where culture isn't just a buzzword, it's how we live every day. Check us out online at grassland.com. That's grassland.com.
We're on the Badgers.
This is the product we're getting. This is the 2025 Wisconsin Badgers.
Because we're on Wisconsin sports.
My question right now is, when is enough enough?
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN.
Thanks, as always, to the GOATs of Wisconsin Sports Talk Radio, Steve the Homer True, bearing his soul, which I appreciate. You know how much I love that sort of stuff.
And who do you think he thinks is going to win on Sunday night?
I'll be honest with you, Jesse, and I say this sincerely. I don't really care. Like, When you
what Homer thinks, or
I don't care who Homer thinks is going to win on Sunday night.
Oh,
do
you care who wins on Sunday night?
I don't. I want it to be a good story either way.
What's the better story?
What is the best? Yeah, what's the better story? You want Rodgers to win, so it's a better story because that is the better story.
I think that's the better story.
So that's what you're hoping for.
I just want a good story to tell. Much like Steve, the Homer True's father, Herb True, told many good stories, apparently, from what we gathered from our time with him. So thanks to him. Again, has Homer ever been down to the Hard Rock Casino, Rockford? Have we considered taking him with us on our next road trip?
Can ask. I don't know if he's been.
He probably wouldn't be afraid to play craps with Barry Alvarez.
I was going to say, he'd be leading the charge there.
And he should go down. You should go down like Jesse and Tark and Derek and Barry Alvarez and Pablo and everybody else. The Hard Rock Casino Rockford features over 175,000 square feet of gaming and entertainment space, more than 1,300 slots, 50 live table games. You can see there might put a plaque where Jesse cowered under the table when they were throwing dice, a sports book, and that rock ship. You didn't cower with the sports book. Had no problem going in there, winning some Brewers pickups.
Actually, cashed my Brewers NL Central Champions ticket on Monday night.
Nice.
What's Joe Tausch some of that?
From May 8th.
What's the time frame? How long do you get to cash that?
So I believe at the Hard Rock you get a full calendar year from the time that it ends.
From the time of the actual bet finishing.
Some others are not as forgiving, but the Hard Rock gives you some good time.
I don't even want to get into lottery and things like that. That's a whole nother story. I'm not going to do that, but I am going to tell you, head down to Rockford because of this great space. It has 1,000 feet of LED screens and up to 2,000 guests at the Hard Rock Live entertainment venue. Hard Rock Casino Rockford, a premier entertainment destination just off of I-90 in Rockford, Illinois, about 60 minutes from the greater Madison area.
Depends who's driving.
Jell, are you guys doing another? Did I hear rumors that the Barry Alvarez show may be back down at Hard Rock Casino Rockford?
The Barry Alvarez show will be back at Hard Rock Casino Rockford one more time.
Do we have a date yet? Do we know? So people can start getting in their calendars.
We are fine-tuning the details of the date.
Will you throw dice with him next time?
Will you ride with him?
I can tell you this.
He's not going to ride.
I'm going to have about 2 to 3 weeks to figure out how to play craps. That's what I am of the belief of right now.
Do you want, we could do a digi only. I will teach you how to throw dice. You up for it?
Yes.
Okay.
Like Michael Jordan with that
and I want the
security
dude that
guard
called us the other day.
With the quarters.
I want the dude that called us the other day on Blackjack. I want him to join. We'll do a digi-only gambling edition.
So you really just want to have Wilde and Tausch casino night?
I kind of do, yeah. That could be fun.
That is not what we will have to kick off the 11 o'clock hour, but what we will have will begin in 2 minutes. So stick around.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher here with a refreshing offer for a bath or shower remodel from Kohler Services. And this month only, get 0 interest financing for 12 months and a free shower door with your Lugstone shower remodel. My new friend Chris from Oostburg is one of their skilled installers who demos your existing bath or shower, removes it, and disposes it before installing your brand new dream shower. Visit KohlerServicesWI.com to request your free quote with fast professional installation always included. That's KohlerServicesWI.com.
Hey, this is Jonathan Blackwell of Wisconsin Badgers basketball. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN WTLX Monona, Madison, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison and streamers everywhere. I'm Jesse Nelson. Sports Center brought to you by Wisconsin Surplus in Mount Horeb, your homegrown auction powerhouse. From government assets to vehicles and equipment, find your next deal at WisconsinSurplus.com. The Milwaukee Bucks season tips off tonight at Fiserv Forum, welcoming a familiar friend to kick off the NBA season. Chris Middleton and the Washington Wizards taking on Giannis and the Milwaukee Bucks. First time Chris Middleton returns to Milwaukee since being traded by the Bucks last season. 7 o'clock tip tonight right here on Madison's home of the Bucks, 100.5 ESPN. Pregame coverage starts at 6:30. Dave Kane and Justin Garcia will have the call on the Bucks Radio Network. By the way, if you're interested over at ESPN Bet, the Bucks plus 6,000 entering today to win the NBA Finals for the 2025-26 season. Meanwhile, football, the Packers continuing preparations up in Green Bay for their Sunday night showdown, visiting former quarterback Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Packers have opened as 3-point favorites on the road, according to ESPN Bet. You missed any of the conversation with Bryan Bulaga, former Packers offensive lineman. Check it out on the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
Of Wilde and Tausch begins with some breaking news.
Ooh, it'll be in
from the National Football League. You heard Cameron Wake mentioned.
Old Dolphin.
By one Bryan Bulaga.
An old Finn.
He did not enjoy going against Cameron Wake. And then, lo and behold, Cameron Wake is mentioned in this breaking news from the National Football League.
Something about a Canadian.
It's got nothing to do with the Canadian.
He played in the Canadian Football League.
But it has nothing to do with the Canadian.
Okay.
Micah Parsons.
Ooh. Oh, I'm intrigued.
Is your NFC Defensive Player of the Week. 5 tackles, 4 tackles for loss, a career-high 3 sacks, credited with 11 pressures.
Yeah, he had a heck of a day now.
By Next Gen Stats.
NGS.
The lovely people at the Arizona Cardinals decided to try and single block him.
I think they got tricked. They pulled the old. No, he's not out there. Beep. Which is a fun game.
This marked Parsons' 16th career game with at least 2 sacks.
He's good.
Ties him with T.J. Watt, who they'll be facing this week.
And Kevin King
as well for most
King
such games in their first 5 seasons in the league. The only players with more 2-sack games,
Cam Wake,
this early in their career. Reggie White, Richard Dent, Jared Allen, and J.J. Watt had more games. Cameron Wake is mentioned because this is Micah Parsons' 4th Defensive Player of the Week award and first as a Packer. He ties Cameron Wake for the most Defensive Player of the Week awards won by a former Penn State player. That strikes me as an odd inclusion in this announcement.
Yeah, take that, LeVar Arrington.
Yeah,
exactly.
Courtney Brown.
By the way, you just did the thing where we're not comparing him to Reggie White, but we just did another comparison
Jason
to
did
Reggie
that.
White.
I didn't. The NFL
Well,
did.
I mean,
No,
it's
you
just
did
another
too.
one. It's like the 17th time this year where he's not Reggie
You
White.
did the
but
I'm not saying but, and then I'm going to say it, and then I'm not going to. I don't want
that
the smoke.
side-by-side mashup that one of our followers posted and I shared was hard to ignore. I will ask you what I asked Matt LaFleur on Monday. Will any team ever single block him again after what he did to the Cardinals? Because it wasn't just on that final sack. It was multiple times throughout the course of that game when they single blocked him.
Yeah, they got tricked.
How did they get tricked?
I think they saw that he went out. And he was tired.
Only on that one play,
Yeah,
though.
I think they got tricked.
On that one.
Yeah, so that's one of the 3 sacks. That's a pretty big percentage of sacks at the end of a game.
That's about a third of the sacks he had that day.
33% is a pretty big chunk. No, especially a game closing
Kind
sack
of a
like
small
that.
sample size if it's 33% of 3.
Yeah.
Like when he finishes with 27 sacks this season and breaks the NFL record, if we say 1/3 of them were when he was single blocked, that would be 9.
I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and break down cosines and rhombuses. Like I'm just not interested in math today. So you tell me if that's what it is. That's what it is.
What do you got against math
No,
today?
nothing. I just am not in the mood.
What did math do to you? What mood are you in?
I'm in a diagnostic mood. I'm in a Homer.
A diagnostic.
Steve the Homer True mode. Like I got all kinds of. I'm excited for this game. I do think it's bigger than just another game. I think there's more emotions to it. There's more storylines to it, and that is what makes sports beautiful. So I don't know why everybody runs from it. I understand why the coaches and players try to act like they're running from it. But from a media perspective, this is the stuff we lap up. This is the bottom of the bowl of soup we're licking. We want every morsel of soup that this thing is going to give us. We want crackers in there. We want hot. We were going to lick that bowl clean till Sunday night. I don't know why we act like we don't, because that's what we do.
Good analogy.
Herb Truth type stuff.
Do not search Amazon for Herb True without putting doctor in front of it, because then you just get a bunch of supplements, by the way, just an FYI, in case you're interested in any of Dr. Herb True's work.
Is anybody even using Google anymore?
What do you mean?
Well, everybody's using AI. Like Google's dead. Google's AI system.
Kind of like the handshake?
I don't know what Google's AI system is, but
I got to tell you, my experience
nobody's
with,
using Google.
Yeah, with my experience with AI, especially when it comes to sports, largely inaccurate.
Okay.
So you try to get information about sports, especially sports statistics, and you come up empty.
Okay.
So, just my opinion. I think Google is still doing okay.
Yeah,
and I believe they
AI,
also own
They have an
YouTube, which has really had a lot of success.
I'm not saying Google's. I'm saying the Google search engine. It'll be like a newspaper in probably 2 years. That's what I'm telling you. Now their AI will probably be like the internet was back in the late 90s. That's where this thing's going. Just so you know, as you're plotting out your next steps.
I appreciate the heads up on that.
You bet.
I was hoping that maybe we could discuss, since you brought it up before we got sidetracked on AI, about what this game is to the Packers. You said what you said about the coach, and I agree, but I did my story today on channel3000.com, and I'll tell you, it seemed like Xavier McKinney was excited to play in this game. I think Keyshawn Nixon was looking forward to it. Micah Parsons is looking forward to it. Evan Williams is looking forward to it. Those are all guys on the defensive side of the ball. What do you think this is to Packers players as opposed to the sanitized, it's just the Packers versus the Steelers who happen to have Aaron Rodgers on their team?
Yeah, it's a big deal because he is a gold jacketer. And they probably realize this is going to be it. I think Aaron was, who knows, right? He might be loving what he's doing in Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh will want him back, and maybe he'll play again, and maybe the matchup will come up again. But for these guys, and I think the fact that it's going to be so special to Aaron, I think makes it even that much more special for these guys. They want to pick him off. They want to sack him. They want to beat him. And they want to beat him a little bit more than you want to beat, no offense to Jacoby Brissett, but than Jacoby Brissett.
I think that's fair. We'll see what they have to say today. Jordan Love will speak today, so I'm sure among the angles we'll be covering will be his thoughts on facing Aaron Rodgers, even though, as Aaron Rodgers loved to say about quarterback matchups, well, we don't really play each other. We play each other's defenses. Yes, we know. We also know that it's time for trivia, and it is double Wisconsin trivia today. Aaron Rodgers wears number 8 for the Steelers. He wore number 12 for the Packers. So caller 8 and caller 12, caller 8 and caller 12.
Has Bradshaw said anything about these boys, about A-Rod yet, or is he still down on him?
I have
Want him to
not,
lick trees or something, didn't he?
I watched him. I watched him do the highlights after the game on Sunday.
Boy,
and
A-Rod put a master class on how to go back and be.
He did.
He master classed Bradshaw.
He
so
did.
maybe A-Rod is going to be putting on a show down at Hard Rock Casino Rockford.
Right, he'll be opening for Chris Rock. Caller 8 and caller 12. What?
Chris Rock's coming to Hard Rock?
I'm sorry if we're not going to be able to handle the references to the many times that you said that Chris Rock was coming when he wasn't.
No,
then I don't know what to say.
Who is coming? Kevin Hart is coming.
Kevin Hart's show was rescheduled. I don't know if that has already occurred. Or anyway, caller 8 and caller 12. Caller 8 and caller 12 to play trivia. 844-770-3776. 844-770-3776. We'll play trivia after Tausch tells us about Tito's vodka.
Well, I love 3 things: football, firing up the grill, and a solid cocktail. Let's hit Tito's after the break.
Let me tell you about Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. 844-770-3776. 844-770-3776. That is the number for Wilde and Tausch Trivia. 414-276-6666. 414-276. I don't know, but he left.
I was answering trivia calls, and he just... What'd you guys do?
I think his beverage may have gone down the wrong pipe. That's my working theory right now. I don't think that that's something he can sue the cup manufacturer for, but if you've been injured in an accident, there's only one call to make, and that's to David and his team. Gruber Law Offices, or go to the website gruber-law.com. Gruber Law Offices, one call. That's all. We'll play trivia next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Okay.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Mark Toscher here for Pizza Hut. You know how much I've loved Pizza Hut going back to the days when I was a kid participating in their legendary Book It program. I loved Pizza Hut back then, and I love making new memories enjoying Pizza Hut with my family now. Pizza Hut delivers a win every time with the Big Dinner Box. For just $19.99, you get 2 medium, 1-topping pizzas, 8 boneless wings, and 5 breadsticks. Feed your whole team for one unbeatable price. Choose your crust, hand-tossed, pan, thin and crispy, or even tavern style. Order now for delivery or carryout at pizzahut.com or on the Pizza Hut app. The Big Dinner Box for just $19.99, only at Pizza Hut. And remember, no one out-pizzas the Hut.
the Milwaukee Bucks, the Washington Wizards.
Giannis drives right at Richardson, hammers it down with a monster right-hand slam. The Greek Freak bringing the thunder.
Tonight on 100.5 ESPN.
Timeout on the field. Let's bring in Gina Della from Pella. What's the winning game plan this month?
Wayne, a whole house of new windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% interest for up to 60 months.
Wow, that's a drive you can sustain for years. No penalties, no extra interest.
And unlike opponents, Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin actually stops the drafts.
Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Make your move today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 10/31/2025.
Ben Brust here to tell you about why your next work van should be from Mercedes-Benz Sprinter at Zimbrick European. First off, we have versatility. The Sprinter vans offer 16 body types and thousands of ways to customize that space. Number 2, we have reliability. Sprinter's most powerful diesel engines last longer and require less maintenance, spend more time on the road and less time in those bays. Number 3, we have safety. Sprinter's safety technologies include curtain airbags all around, load adaptive electronic stability program, and crosswind and attention assist. Number 4, Van Care Mobile. Our maintenance team can come to you with routine service. Who wants to go in? Let them come to you. They work with multiple trucks on one visit. Use the Mercedes Me Connect. And last but not least, get your Zimbrick Sprinter at Zimbrick European at Rimrock Road and the Beltline, or go online at ZimbrickEuropean.com because your next Mercedes Sprinter van is waiting for you.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
It's homecoming this weekend at UW Whitewater. Make plans to cheer on your Warhawks when they welcome in UW Platteville in a top 15 battle on Saturday at 1 p.m. The annual George Christ Memorial Bowl game features a pair of top 15 ranked teams. Get tickets now at uwwsports.com. Experience national championship level college football this Saturday when the Warhawks welcome in the Pioneers to Perkins Stadium. Kickoff at 1 p.m. For tickets to this rivalry game, go to uwwsports.com. Warhawk football powered by tradition.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher here with a refreshing offer for a bath or shower remodel from Kohler Services. And this month only, get 0 interest financing for 12 months and a free shower door with your Lugstone shower remodel. My new friend Chris from Oostburg is one of their skilled installers who demos your existing bath or shower, removes it, and disposes it before installing your brand new dream shower. Visit KohlerServicesWI.com to request your free quote with fast professional installation always included. That's KohlerServicesWI.com.
Wilde and Tausch on 100.5 ESPN is brought to you by Everlight Solar. Save money, save the planet. Everlight Solar.
Before we play trivia, you all right over there?
Yeah, you would think, I was coughing and we were taking trivia, so I thought this segment was done. I'm coughing. I don't have any water, so I was going to go get a water, and then you throw me Tito's, and I'm like, maybe I can get this done. And as I started reading, I'm like, ah. So, yeah, no, I got text. I'm fine. Would have been a great teammate play. I'm truman up. It's on me for coughing. So I apologize.
How am I supposed to know
we're on video
that's what's happening?
Wow.
No, you took a drink of the cup. I didn't know that it was empty. I thought maybe you swallowed it or went down the wrong pipe, and that's what caused that to
always
occur.
It's on me. It's my fault. I should have.
No, it's not. You're doing that.
Asphyxiated myself.
You're doing your fake Truman thing.
It's on me.
It's on me.
No,
but it's really on Wilde.
Well, no,
he's a bad teammate.
I would have guessed that you would have seen that I was coughing and I had my mic off, but. It's on me. I didn't realize. I didn't see because Jesse didn't print me a show sheet. There's no Tito's written down.
I don't know that
so
either.
I don't know what the hell's going on, but Suda, thank you. I know Suda texts my wife to make sure that I'm okay. For today, I'm okay. At least for the next 10 minutes.
A lot of Trumaning up there.
Very much.
Hey, come on.
Time now for trivia.
I'm not going to do any trivia. I'm resting my voice.
Believe me, I wasn't going to ask you to.
Tito's Handmade Vodka.
No, not right now. Wilde and Tausch Trivia is presented by Cousin Subs. Crispy chicken tenders are now available at Cousin Subs. Order today in store at cousinsubs.com or with the Cousins app. Cousin Subs, we believe in better.
This is where if retired Navy fella got after me, I'd completely understand. This one's on me. Like legit on me, but I'll shut up now.
Okay. Let's welcome in our contestants. Caller 8 was Travis in Blue Mounds, who is let me hear it now, first-time contestant. Hello, Travis. How are you?
Hi there. Good. You?
We are awesome, and we are very excited to have you on board to play trivia. Now, caller 12 is an old veteran. It is Sean in Sun Prairie. Sean, good morning. How are you?
Doing well, Jason, and batting 1,000 6 for 6 in this contest.
Oh, no pressure there. Now I get to the part that becomes very awkward, where I say, Jesse, it says here questions will be sent in a separate email and delivered to Tausch's desk so he can actually ask one set this time around. We know that part will not be occurring.
When do I ever do Wisconsin geography trivia? I never do.
I know.
I thought this would be a rare occasion, but then we had our little incident, so I didn't bother to get them to you.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure that's what it was.
And
meanwhile, I am checking all my various email addresses, and I don't have those from you.
Well,
looks like Jesse,
I
you're
guess
doing
there's
trivia
only
today.
one option. All right, Travis.
Sweet.
Yep.
Question number 1. Which of these former U.S. presidents shares the last name with a real county in Wisconsin? Ooh. Ulysses S. Grant, George Bush, or Gerald Ford?
A.
Yes, sir.
That is correct.
This is fun. I kind of like being
It's a
able
more
to play
fun
along.
way to do it, yes.
Yeah, this is great.
All right.
I'm 1 for 1, and so is Tausch.
Sean, over to you. These questions are courtesy of Up North Joe, making his big return.
No. I thought he was banned.
Yeah, band's up. He's back.
Okay.
And he's taking shots at me.
You can just send those directly to me so I get them.
Jesse is driving towards East Troy from Madison to visit Up North Joe because Up North Joe has shared an intentionally ambiguous invite by saying, "You're always welcome to come over." It'd be nice for there to be a faster way to get to Whitewater than on this highway. But since there's not, which highway would I drive on to get to East Troy from Madison? Is it Highway 12, Highway 10, or Highway 67?
Oh, that's pretty good.
A.
Highway 12 is correct. Jason knew that one.
I did.
And so did UW Whitewater head coach Jace Rindle.
It's also how he gets to Jones Dairy Farm.
Question number 2, Travis. Latitudinally,
Oh, that was weak.
which of these Wisconsin counties reaches farthest north? Is it Oconto, Outagamie, or Oneida?
A.
Oconto. Tausch?
I would have guessed Oconto.
And Jason?
I would have too, but I'm starting to think that we're wrong.
You're all wrong. Oneida County is actually the furthest north of those three.
That's not in Brown County.
Right. Oneida County is much further north.
I got thrown off by that. Was a good question. Tricky.
It's a tricky one for Travis. He has a chance to bounce back coming up with question 3. But in the meantime, we go over to Sean for question 2. Pablo Iglesias and Barry Alvarez are driving from Madison to Hard Rock Casino Rockford to play craps. Driving south from Madison on I-90, which of these towns would the two not pass?
Ooh, this is good already.
Looking for the one that Barry and Pablo would not pass driving on I-90 from Madison to Rockford. Would they not pass Edgerton, Janesville, or DeForest?
DeForest.
I know this one.
Yeah,
Bingo, that was easy.
Pretty easy one from
Easy
Joe,
one.
if I
Yep.
have to say so myself. But that's okay.
Wow.
Sean
Critiqued.
is 2 for 2. This is hard. Question 3. Back to Travis.
You need any water? You need a break?
No,
I
I'm
understand
good.
how tough it can be.
Thanks for being willing to help out, though.
If I see you start coughing, I'll jump in.
Thank you. With what? You don't have to.
It does make it tough. That's fair. I'm still waiting for my sheets.
Question 3, Travis. New Richmond, Hudson, Baldwin, and Woodville are all cities located in which Wisconsin county? Travis got the county questions if you didn't pick up on the theme.
I've noticed.
Are those cities in Kewaunee County, St. Croix County, or Douglas County?
B.
Quick answer of St. Croix.
I'm gonna say Douglas. I feel like St. Croix is closer to Minneapolis.
Jason?
I'm going to say St. Croix.
Correct answer is St. Croix County.
Did you say Hudson was included in that?
New Richmond, Hudson, Baldwin,
if I had
and
heard
Woodville.
Hudson, I didn't hear Hudson.
There were only 4 to hear.
Because Hudson's right there. A lot of Minnesota kids come over to play hockey at Hudson. That's why Hudson's got such a great hockey program. So I would have known it. New Richmond, I feel like my buddy's got land up there. We've spent some time there. I don't feel like I went all the way to St. Croix County.
So the Ashwaubenon Jaguars have
It's on
to
me.
face in the
Hey, that
state
one's
high
on
school.
me.
Ah. All right, Sean, closing us out. Your final question from Up North Joe. Wisconsin, again, this not really a geography question, but there's some trivia in it.
I wonder why
guess.
nobody wants to help you out.
Wisconsin became... That wasn't very nice.
Well, you're being very hard on Up North Joe.
Well, he is getting back from a ban, and he's not bringing his A game on some of these questions.
Wow.
Do we want to be honest, or do we want to be...
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Wisconsin became known as the Badger State because of miners in the 1800s digging shelter into hillsides to escape the winter weather. What did these miners mine? Were they mining lead, quartzite, or sand?
I'm going to go with lead, but I have no idea.
Tausch?
The streak is on the line here, by the way.
Sand.
Tausch is saying sand. Jason?
I'm saying quartzite.
Wow. One of you is right.
One of us is right. That's exactly what I was going for.
And it's Sean!
Called the shot. He's the Babe Ruth of Wilde and Tausch trivia.
It's batting 1,000.
Congratulations,
it's like the anti-Yelly.
Sean, you have gone 3 for 3 in Wilde and Tausch trivia with Up North Joe's questions. That means you have 4 entries into the drawing on Friday for the Cousins Subs gift card. Travis, thanks for playing for the first time. You have 3 of the possible 4 entries. Back to Jason.
Sean, congratulations. Thanks for playing, buddy. We appreciate you.
Thanks. Love you guys.
I love you guys.
Love you back.
And by the way, as first-time contestants go, Travis, I thought you did a good job. I thought Jesse's questions were unfairly difficult, which is usually the case. So thanks for playing, and welcome to the club, buddy. Thanks.
Yep, thank you.
That is Wilde and Tausch Trivia. Let me take a very close look at our video feed.
Tito's handmade vodka. Yes, indeed. Whether it's a Bloody Mary, a Titarita. If it's getting a little cold for golf, so I don't know if we're going to end up doing the transfusion, but make sure it's Tito's in your glass when you're out having a great cocktail. Tito's also gives back in a big way, partnering with nonprofits and doing real good. in communities across the country, especially for our four-legged friends. So next time you're raising a glass, make sure it's Tito's handmade vodka, crafted to be savored responsibly.
Whoa, Nelly is next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, driven by Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie on 100.5 ESPN. See their full inventory at ZimbrickChevrolet.com.
What's better than cheering for the Packers with an ice-cold beer in your hand? Cheering for the Packers with an ice-cold beer in your hand that you got for 10% off. And when you get Packers checking from Associated Bank, you get even more. Like 10% off food and 10% off drinks on game day. Like that ice-cold beer in your hand. Plus 15% off Pro Shop gear. Only with Packers checking. Associated Bank. Bank of the Packers. Learn more at associatedbank.com/Packers. Member FDIC.
What's new at Zimbrick Chevrolet? A lot. A free car wash with every service, plus a brand new detail facility to keep your ride looking fresh all year long. Relax with coffee and snacks while you wait, and if you can't, grab one of their numerous service loaners, take the shuttle, or even get a lift on them. Plus, Zimbrick Chevrolet has the largest new Chevrolet inventory in southern Wisconsin, and you'll never overpay at Zimbrick Chevrolet. Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie, the name you can trust.
Mark Tauscher here, and your seat at the table just got better at Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Return to Hard Rock Casino Rockford's high-limit room, where the odds are in your favor. With enhanced game rules, including blackjack, where the dealer stands on soft 17, you'll enjoy better odds, faster play, and the kind of authentic high-limit action that sets Hard Rock Casino Rockford apart. Visit the high-limit room and rediscover your game on your terms, in your rhythm, and with your edge at Hard Rock Casino Rockford.
When you've been seriously injured, you need a trusted team on your side. Gruber Law Offices is available 24/7 and will even come to you. Your first call is free. Your first visit is free. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Game day starts on Regent Street. Fuel up before every Wisconsin football home game at the Monster Energy tent. Grab free samples, snag some Monster gear, and get your energy up before kickoff. The best football pregame start with Monster Energy.
Time out on the field. Let's bring in Gina Della from Pella. What's the winning game plan this month?
Wayne, a whole house of new windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% interest for up to 60 months.
Wow, that's a drive you can sustain for years. No penalties, no extra interest.
And unlike opponents, Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin actually stops the drafts.
Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Make your move today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 10/31/2025.
Ben Brust here to tell you about the Princeton Club. If you're looking for a place where you can better yourself while having a wonderful atmosphere, you have it at the Princeton Club. Strong communities, strong body, and strong mind. All it takes is one small step to start today. You will see that you have everything you need in order to achieve all of your goals. Find your better tomorrow at the Princeton Club. 8 Madison locations where you go in there, you take a tour, and you realize this is a place for me. Find more at PrincetonClub.net.
Don't be haunted by high prices this Halloween. Metro Ford of Madison has frightfully good deals waiting just for you. Right now, drive home the all-new 2025 Ford F-150 or F-150 STX. Or escape the ordinary in a 2025 Ford Escape. Both with just 2.9% APR for up to 66 months. Only $16.41 per month for $1,000 finance. But hurry, these scary good offers vanish November 3rd. Visit MetroFordOfMadison.com today, where the deals are a treat, never a trick.
Looking to take your baseball game to the next level? GRB Academy provides year-round training programs designed around your schedule and your goals. For over 15 years, GRB has been Wisconsin's leader in player development and advancement with a state-of-the-art 52,000 square foot facility of elite baseball training space and coaches who know how to get results. From youth to high school, baseball players trust GRB to help them reach their next level. Training program spots are filling quickly, so don't wait. Register now at grbacademy.com.
The Milwaukee Bucks, the Washington Wizards.
Giannis drives right at Richards and hammers it down with a monster right-hand slam. The Greek Freak bringing the thunder.
Tonight on 100.5 ESPN.
Wilde and Tausch continues. I'm just checking the video every time we come back before I connect to anybody. And I can't see Jesse, so I'm just going to take a chance that he's not choking to death. Time now for Whoa Nelly.
If the topic is good, the guys discuss.
Just the other morning I had breakfast at Tracy Rocker's house. His mama brought out 15 flapjacks. He said, Mama, take back 5 of them flapjacks. I gotta stay hungry for the Crimson Tide.
But if it's not, the show must go on. It's time for
Whoa Nelly
on Wilde and Tausch.
All right, let's talk about a little quarterback drama going on in the National Football League.
Okay.
Jets owner Woody Johnson critical publicly at the NFL fall meetings, which are apparently a thing, talking about quarterback Justin Fields, who was benched in their game this last weekend. The Jets are 0-7, the only winless team in the National Football League at this juncture.
Yeah, they stink.
Johnson saying at one point, the offense is just not clicking. You can't run the ball if you can't pass the ball, among other comments, getting after Justin Fields. Tyrod Taylor stepped in and appears to be the starter now for the Jets, expected to be named as such if he hasn't already today, at some point later today.
Well, apparently he's got a knee injury now, and he's day-to-day.
Oh, boy. All right.
So the owner comes out and rips the quarterback. The backup, who was supposed to start now, is dealing with a knee injury. The Jets are going to jet.
It just shows you how important leadership and ownership is.
Could not be more right.
I don't know why. If you have any other options, you're just not going to go there. I would be very cautious of going to Tennessee. It's something they fire Vrabel for I don't know what reason. Miami, you could probably throw in that mix. Dallas to a certain extent. I'm almost finished up with that doc. There's 30 years, man. Like, ownership and leadership, front offices matter probably more in this business than almost anything. And you can see it. Good organizations hire good people and they let them do their jobs. The meddlers doesn't usually work. Don't know many great meddlers when it comes to that. Now, you can be involved and understand it, but there's a fine line between being incompetent and being a meddler. I would say Woody's probably on the side of he's an incompetent meddler, which is a rare thing in today's day and age.
He sounds like a bad Batman villain. Like, you've got the Riddler, you've got the Joker, you got the Penguin, and you got the meddler.
How they handled that Rodgers deal was just
flying him out there to tell him we don't want you anymore.
Can't do it. And then there was rumors that Woody was trying to punish the team because he had food trucks, and then Rodgers paid for the food trucks, and that's why Woody got all mad at Aaron because he thought he showed him up. It's a whole mess.
What?
Go ahead and look. It's a food truck deal. Where's Ashton Rotman? He knows food trucks.
I've not heard anything about the Aaron Rodgers food truck
Don't
drama.
Google it because Google's dying, but AI it.
That's what I've been told.
Whoa Nelly!
Meanwhile, Russell Wilson and Sean Payton are getting into it.
Who do you root for in this one?
This is a tough one. Sean Payton, after the Broncos beat the Giants, said postgame he was hoping Russell Wilson would still be the starter by this time in the season.
Well, he didn't say that.
Well,
he said he hoped they would make the change to Dart after they played them.
He implied
which is basically saying
he said it.
Exactly.
He did the Wildy. I'm not saying, but I'm
he
saying.
He kept Russell Wilson's name out of his mouth when he said it, was my point.
But he didn't really.
But he didn't.
Russell Wilson then tweeting his response, classless but not surprised. Didn't realize you're still bounty hunting 15-plus years later through the media. With some laughing emojis and the hashtag Let's Ride, which was, of course, his ridiculous phrase that he used when he was with the Broncos. This is a tough one.
What does he do now?
Russell Wilson?
He did Go Hawks. Then he did Let's Ride. I don't know what he did with his Steelers thing.
I don't know.
And now he's not the starter in New York, so I don't know what he's doing there. But yeah, Let's Ride. I love that one.
Team Russell Wilson or Team Sean Payton, I guess is the question.
I'm going to have a hard time being on Team Russell Wilson. I think I like the fact that he stood up for himself, But the bounty hunting got Sean Payton a championship. It's more of the other stuff that he got suspended, and did he get suspended for that? I don't think Sean Payton, I still don't understand why he's got a biopic about him. Him and Mike McCarthy are basically the same career path. I don't get that.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody loves Sean Payton. Mike McCarthy, we love him. I don't understand that concept, but Sean Payton I think he is just a blunt, I think you could probably say jerk-storish type deal. That was jerk-storish.
Jerkweed, yeah.
But it's true. I mean, what he said is true. Like, they would have had an easier time beating the New York Giants if Russ Wilson was playing and not Jackson Dart. That is the fact. So he decided to say it. He's in the media. He knows how to stir stuff up. Russ defended himself. I'm going to take both sides are losers on this.
Well, I'm not a fan, so I don't have to root for anybody, but this one I don't have a horse in the race at all. I'm not a fan of either one of those fellows. So I guess I can just say I won because I really enjoyed seeing that shade being thrown back in both directions.
Whoa,
Next!
Nelly! Not only does Sean Payton not deserve a movie, but Kevin James would play Mike McCarthy better
yes,
than Sean Payton.
There's no doubt. If they do a Mike McCarthy biopic, Kevin James would be the guy.
Well, hadn't he slimmed down?
Who?
Kevin James. I thought he lost a bunch of weights, which is hard to keep off. I get it. But I thought maybe that now he could probably do the other one.
Well,
I haven't kept up with Kevin James' fitness, so I can't tell you.
I haven't seen him in much lately. Yeah.
I don't Google stuff much anymore, so I don't know.
Ask ChatGPT. How much does Kevin James weigh these days?
Time now for a Whoa Nelly special feature.
Where we criticize the questions from up north, Joe.
Chris Middleton appearing on Thanalysis, the Thanalysis show hosted by Thanasis Antetokounmpo.
Boy, those guys book great guests on that show.
They sure do. Getting ready for his return to Milwaukee tonight as the Bucks host the Wizards to open up the 2025 NBA season. Here's a little bit of what Chris Middleton said on Thanalysis about returning to Milwaukee.
I know it's going to be a lot for me. You know, y'all know I'm not very emotional, but very emotional. You know, being in Milwaukee all those years, you know, the things that I've accomplished, you know, the life I've lived with my family, man, it was a dream. Like, it honestly was. To play with an MVP, like, not a lot of people get to say that. Hall of Famer, somebody that was halfway across the world. Like, never would I thought in a million years, like, I'll be playing with some dude from Nigeria or Greece, like, and we'll be linked up teammates. When you take count of all those things about what I've done individually, as far as, you know, being an all-star was like one of the first nods where I'm like, okay, this place has helped me become an all-star, helped me accomplish a lot of my dreams. So that's just something that, you know, I keep trying to visualize, get it out the way so I won't be too emotional in front of everybody. You know, I'm a private guy, I'm a quiet guy, so I try to, you know, visualize things so, you know, I'm able to embrace it, love it, take it, receive it, however you want to say it, that love, the appreciation now I'm gonna get and take it as a sign of respect because, you know, Milwaukee has meant so much to me in my career and they've done so much for me in my career that, you know, I'll always be thankful for that organization and that city.
Aw, how about that? Chris Middleton on Thanalysis. That's pretty cool to hear.
It's awesome, and I think Chris Middleton is one of those guys that everybody always wanted someone a little bit better. That's the vibe you got, and then, you know, he continued to deliver the goods when we needed it. When Giannis goes out in that Game 6, I think it was versus the Hawks, he delivered the goods, and he was a clutch player. We don't have a championship in his number. I will be collecting. His numbers will be up in the old banner. And I think he's going to be a borderline. Is he a Hall of Famer? I would put him in. He had that kind of impact. Awesome. Hopefully he's going to sounds like he's going to get a great video tribute tonight. Deserves everything. He had a great career in Milwaukee.
Underappreciated greatness, and I'm glad he'll be recognized tonight. Maybe at some point we'll do a Behind the Bucks podcast on him, which you'll be able to find on the Bucks Plus Audio Network, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Behind the Bucks brings you exclusive access and untold stories about the greatest stars and moments in Bucks history. You can find it on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get your podcasts. Behind the Bucks, presented by Gallagher. We'll wrap things up next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
Looking for a delicious meal without breaking the bank? Cousin Subs has you covered. Our $10 meal deal gives you a 7.5-inch ham and provolone, turkey breast, or veggie sub piled high with fresh hand-sliced ingredients, crisp veggies, and all your favorite toppings. Add a bag of chips or regular fries, a fountain drink, and a cookie, all for just $10. This deal's available online or through the Cousins app only. And you can enjoy your meal at home, at work, or delivered straight to your door. Hot and fresh. Cousin Subs. We believe in better. Available at participating locations. Offer subject to change.
Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute is brought to you by Bruner Realty, providing excellent real estate and property management services in the Madison area for over 30 years. Contact their team at BrunerRealtyInc.com to get housed today. Losing connections? Badger legend and KBN's own Brad Nortman keeping it honest. From missed chances to keeping Wisconsin kids home to fractured relationships on the recruiting trail, the former punter shares what's disappointed him the most.
Every high school football coach I talk to, there is no relationship with Coach Fickle or any of the coaching staff. There is a major disconnect between what a Wisconsin head coach should be doing and what is currently being done, and the symptom is what is on the field.
Get a whole house of new Pella windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% interest for up to 60 months.
Wow. Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Mark Tusher here for Chalmers Jewelers. I've been a big fan of Scott Garrett and the whole team at Chalmers Jewelers for years now. I go there, my friends go there, and most importantly, my wife loves it whenever I get her something from Chalmers Jewelers. It's my go-to spot for birthdays, anniversaries, and any special occasion. For quality jewelry and a great experience, choose Chalmers Jewelers, the place to go for that perfect gift. Stop at Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton and Madison.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
and Madison.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 5 and 20%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. Visit amfam.com to learn more. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Grassland Butter is built by tradition right here in Wisconsin. Grassland is family owned and has been crafting butter for 5 generations. That's why at Grassland Butter, you're more than just an employee, you're family. The Wietrich family believes in supporting each other, growing together, and building a workplace where everyone feels valued. Your voice matters at Grassland Dairy. Your success is our success. Join a team where culture isn't just a buzzword, it's how we live every day. Check us out online at grassland.com. That's grassland.com.
Hey, it's Riley Yauk. Stay in the know on area high school sports and follow ESPN Madison on social media for Prep Mania on Deck, each week's preview for the top games and events. Prep Mania on Deck is brought to you by Zimbrick Honda, a proud supporter of high school sports and local communities.
It's the best time of the year, and you know what that means for me. It's tailgating season. Hey, it's Alex Stroh. For my friends at Door County Distillery, locally produced, handcrafted, award-winning spirits made locally in beautiful Door County. If you're in Madison tailgating before a game, there's only one thing to do to elevate your experience, and that's bring it with Door County Distillery. Whether that's the cherry brandy for your old-fashioned, the single malt whiskey, or any of the gins, vodkas, and in-betweens, Door County Distillery has you covered. Find the retailer nearest you at doorcountydistillery.com.
Join the Madison Money Guy, Christian Finfrock, for Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Get the information you need as you plan for retirement. That's Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Investment advisory services offered through Retirement Income Strategies, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
The Milwaukee Bucks, the Washington Wizards.
Got strikes right at Richardson, hammers it down with a monster right-hand slam. The Greek Freak bringing the thunder.
Tonight on 100.5 ESPN.
Wrapping things up here on the Wednesday edition of Wilde and Tausch. I'm headed over to Lambeau. I'm happy to take requests on any questions you may have for Lucas Havrasik while Jordan Love is speaking, or maybe I'll talk to Brandon McManus when Parsons talks tomorrow. Anything I can do for you, Jesse, in terms of questions? I'm going to get, I'm sure, all kinds of requests for the Aaron Rodgers Zoom call tomorrow, including a few I've already gotten. So anything I can do for you while I'm at Lambeau?
Who's the most interesting Packers player to talk to about facing Rodgers besides Jordan Love?
Micah Parsons.
Well, he already kind of said something. Who else we got? Who's most connected on this team to Aaron Rodgers?
Brian Gutekunst.
Is Goody going to be available today? That'd be fun.
I don't believe so. No, I think the next time we'll talk to Goody will be after the trade deadline.
Matt LaFleur.
From what I understand, this is just another game, so I don't see more Aaron Rodgers questions being sent his direction. I am looking forward to tomorrow talking to Jeff Hafley.
Jason, I think this is something I brought up to you right after the trade. It's a unique perspective, but does Jordan Love appreciate the fact that Aaron did what he did? And I'm not saying treat him nice and help him. I'm saying the way he kind of went about his business and getting all of Packer fan nation behind him.
Yeah.
Is that not? I
totally think that's the storyline for today.
Love it.
Is how different the succession was, as opposed to having the fan base completely divided over which quarterback
even Jesse, I don't think, got a Jets jersey of Rodgers.
I did not.
Ben Brust did, though. All right, that's it for us today. We will do it again tomorrow. Thanks for coming along for the ride. Thanks to Bryan Bulaga, and thanks to you. Have a great day. Take care. Be good.
Miss any of today's episode of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin? Commercial-free full show podcasts are available free on the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Mark Tauscher here to tell you a little bit more about Everlight Solar. We all know that electricity